Tabloid.
Turnbuckle Tabloid.
Oh, yeah. This is Homicide. You're hearing the This is Homicide. You're hearing the Turnbuckle Tabloid.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. All engine running. Liftoff.
That football is on. Yay! Makes me feel like a real man. The testosterone just goes through me whenever I see men crashing into each other with tight outfits and grabbing hold of each other, wearing exposed shiny helmets. And what are we talking about again? Oh, football. Yes. Right now, the Kansas City Chiefs is playing Jacksonville, and I'm just waiting for the Giant game.
Go Chiefs.
Go. Really?
For now. Just for this game.
I
told you earlier about the Giants.
I thought you wanted Jacksonville to win because you wanted Tony Khan to be happy.
I said I hope they lose.
Oh, I thought you wanted them to be happy. Yeah, because Tony Khan really needs more success in his life.
It would be funny if they win.
It's not even him, it's his father. Actually.
I know, but he would hold the WWE title in his hand.
That would be hilarious. Mm-hmm. Now, is that okay? Who has the advantages there? Triple H honoring Jacksonville and giving it to him, saying,
"Oh, he would send somebody else to fucking Jacksonville. You hand them this."
Or that Tony sits there, go, "All right, bitch, now you got to give me a belt." Like, what? Who has the advantage there? Who looks more as the better person there?
Nobody.
You don't think so?
I don't know.
Well, who do you think?
Interesting.
I have to give you an award because I do it with everybody, and you're my competitor, or you. Knowing that you will be giving me an award,
and you come
because you have to give me because I'm a competitor.
Huh?
Yeah, exactly.
Yep.
Just a quick synopsis: whenever any team wins or any person wins a championship, WWE bestows them with a championship belt.
The WWE title with the custom side plates of the team logo.
Jacksonville is owned by Shad Khan, whose son
Tony
is
Khan
the owner
runs
of AEW. So if Jacksonville would win the Super Bowl, WWE would
have to send them a WWE title replica.
Now, who has
who wins in that scenario?
Who looks better in that?
The one who wins,
right?
Yeah,
the one who is being would, like I said, or does WWE look like? Although you're a competitor, I'm still going to give you this.
I think also in the past too,
the
honoree
looks better.
Okay, no, I'll just ask.
There's been pictures like Triple H with like the owner of the team or a player on the team,
right?
And they're doing the whole like holding the belt,
the ceremony, like the celebratory picture.
It would be a very funny picture to see Triple H and Tony Khan holding a WWE title,
right?
With the recent rumors that the Khans can buy WWE.
That's a ridiculous notion.
No, but that's the picture that they were using for said article.
Yeah, that's
Tony Khan buys WWE.
I don't see that occurring.
What?
Tony Khan
to buy. Oh, I thought you said Tupac. I was like, Tupac is going to buy WWE.
That's what I thought he said.
Yeah, that would be great.
Sorry.
That would be awesome.
I mean, let's be real. The Khans run wrestling. Tony, Nick.
Did you hear the interview with Bill Simmons? I'll talk about it in around the.
Is it with the WWE's Khan that he did?
Yeah, with Nick Khan, okay. And I'll talk about it later on. But pretty much Nick Khan was wasn't very pleasant.
I think I may have heard he's trying to say like now that Vince is back, everything's still the same, nothing is in danger type shit.
No, it's that interview, but he also kind of like gives I
don't fucking care.
Tony Khan the little elbow, whatever, kid. Like you're still a small fish in a big pond, kind of talk.
We may have the same last name, but you don't mean shit.
Yeah, he pretty much bestows more of the acclamates to the father as opposed to the son. So
in the Holy Spirit.
Yeah, right. Oh, do me all this salty apple. But other than that, welcome everybody to another episode of Turnbuckle Tabloid. I'm your host, Mr. Ear to the Mat, the King of Talk Style, and as always, the Cheap Thrill, Jay the Red Santee, and I'm here sitting with our guy,
Hold up, Mike.
checking in from the mean streets of Maspeth, and
Originally from Middle Village.
and oh yeah, because woof, you moved up there, buddy.
Born and bred.
You went from the ghetto to the fucking to the
Less ghetto.
to the upper class. You went from middle class to middle class. There you go.
I'm just in a nicer neighborhood.
And we're sitting in, of course, with our boy The Will. The Will is in studio with us, and
He's in the background.
yeah, he's just here.
He was right next to me.
I don't know. Does his mic work? Let me see.
Listen, if I were next to you, you'd be getting touched.
Yeah. What was that?
What?
What? What was that? What?
What?
Oh, mics were hot. Sorry about that. Thought somebody would pick it up. Make sure you check us out on all the social media outlets. Check us out on the like and group page on Facebook. Check us out on Instagram at Turnbuckle Tab, as well as on Twitter at.
Turnbuckle Tab.
And also be sure you check us out on the TikToks, the YouTubes, the Twitches at Turnbuckle Tabloid. By the way,
We are everywhere.
did you take your meds?
Yes, I did. Your dog is not going to kill me today.
Oh, okay, because
Last
almost
time I was here, it was like, I can't stay any longer. My eye is about to fall out of my head.
no, the time that you were here and your
For
face,
money in the bank.
oh, his face blew up like the guy from the slap fight competition. It was scary. I've maybe seen that once or twice
I thought I was dying.
in life, but it's one of those things where you're sitting there, you're watching the event, and then you just turn to someone and you go, "Holy shit!" They're like a whole new different person was sitting next to
I
you.
remember you being like, "Are you awake?" And you're like, "Holy shit!"
Yeah.
Are you all right?
His face, it looked like it was like an animatronic or something. Like this thing was just blowing out of
Your mom was like, "Holy shit!"
and she's blind, and she saw it. It was like shit. It was like that total. Yeah, it was like that guy's face. It was like that.
Yep, him.
And then he's napping, and while he's napping, it's just, hey, you guys,
My eyes are barely open. I'm like, "Oh, that's John Cena."
barely, yeah, and it wasn't barely open because he was catching a snooze. It was woof. That was scary. But make sure you check us out on all the social media outlets. Check us out on all the podcasting outlets as well. Be sure you check us out on iTunes, Spotify, Google Podcasts, wherever you could get podcasts. Like, subscribe, be a part of the vibe here at Turnbuckle Tabloid. But if not, you could always check us out, RageWorksNetwork.com. RageWorksNetwork.com is where you catch the family with all the podcasting affiliates and shows that are connected to us. Black is the New Black, Trek on Toe, Toys and Text, whatever shows is on there, part of the family, you're going to love. Be a part of it at RageWorksNetwork.com. And as always, check out the fam at RageWorks.net for all things connected with pop culture, movies, TV shows, video games, comic books, all things connected to the geekdom that we enjoy. Collectibles, it's all there, guys. Reviews, previews, contests, all things that are available in the pop culture world at RageWorks.net. RageWorks.net, everybody. We do it for the culture, baby. Pop culture, that is. Will, are you sitting there like taking a selfie or something?
No, I'm zoning out because fuck you.
Oh, because that seemed like stroking the top of his head like if he was
Like fixing himself.
yeah, like he was putting like I was like, you do know you don't have much hair. Okay.
He's doing the thing with the girls with the long hair.
Yeah, like
they straighten their hair out, all that shit.
Like making sure their bang is coming, have that.
Like a soothing thing. Just
okay.
Scratch my scalp.
That's what it was. Oh, okay, it's kind of I don't know. Now I get it. When sometimes things could be a little bit distracting, you just start looking like, "What the fuck is he doing?
What are you
over there?"
doing?
Yeah, be a professional. Don't pay attention to what's going on. What is it? The Christian Bale thing. You were in my eye line. Jesus fucking Christ!
I had a moment like that on the bus.
Be a fucking professional.
I had a moment like that on the bus where I was in the back of the bus on the phone with my friends, and somebody I knew from high school that works at the same job I do was in the front, and he's looking at me. He goes, "The fuck you looking at?" I'm like, "I'm on the phone, dipshit." And the bus driver stopped the bus. He goes, "Don't fucking yell." And I'm like, "Oh, all right."
Sorry.
Were you on a yellow bus? Like,
No. I was on the short bus.
Hey! You guys keep yelling. You're gonna take your helmets off and get off this bus.
The helmets.
That is so wrong. So yeah, guys,
How do we move on?
and
We
I
just do.
and I digress. So, guys, this week we got much to talk about on what's going down in the week of wrestling. A horrible,
very sad week.
Horrible week of wrestling, man. And
nothing on television that's sad.
Been trying to find a way to explain it in words, but I guess Whole Milk City. We
had an unfortunate passing. A wrestler tells us he wakes up with a gun in his mouth.
Yeah, it's real dark this week.
Sister's wrestler diagnosed with cancer.
Yeah, yeah.
This all happened.
It's not a very rainbow and sunshine and happy day of wrestling.
This all happened by Wednesday.
Yeah, exactly. It's like shit.
It wasn't even Thursday yet.
And then Sammy's almost getting thrown out the bloodline. Oh my God, what's going to happen?
Let's get about storylines now.
Oh my God, it's so dark this week.
So last week was all about like the Saudis buying WWE. This week is all depressing.
Yeah, exactly. So much to talk about at Wrestling Rundown. And around the square circle, much to talk about what we watched, what we listened to, what we partook in this past week of wrestling. So guys, don't go anywhere. Stick around. We will return with much more. So don't go anywhere. Check you guys in a sec.
Bring the in-ring action home to your tabletop with the #1 wrestling card game in the world, Super Show the Game. And live all your wildest wrestling fantasies without ever taking a chair shot. Available on supershowthegame.com. Order today and join a spectacle so grand it can only be called the Super Show.
It's Wrestling Rundown with Jay Santy.
Live from New York, it's Turnbuckle Tabloid.
Conversations that occur between segments is just
me begging to get the mics on just so we can do something besides talk about this.
Mike is like, oh God, can we just get recording going on?
I want to get the fuck out of here.
I want to go back to my white neighborhood and be safe.
I need a shower because people bathe here. These people bathe here.
That wasn't even the issue I had. I was perfectly fine with that.
Oh man, listen. If people would, if this was like Real World or Jersey Shore or whatever, and the cameras were on at all times,
what are you talking about? Jersey Shore still fucking
the
on
ratings
today.
would be high in this household.
I don't think so.
What's he gonna say next?
Exactly. It's like, you would fuck a little person? Yes, I would. Yes.
Whoa.
Coming up next on VH1.
Exactly. Jay fucks a little person.
Little love.
No. So what?
Have to be appropriate.
What would be a name for a show like that? For finding romantic love with a little person.
Little love.
Oh Jesus.
Little.
Yeah,
right.
You think I'm just something wrong?
Right. You gotta think about it. It'll come. Tender kisses? No.
Give me a second.
Tender kisses?
No, it'll be something like that. It'll come to us one way. We'll find something. He'll get it.
Big Little Love.
Nah, it's gotta be something that connects with tiny
Small packages.
Yeah, no, that'll be somebody's penis.
That's something else.
Yeah.
Oh, somebody's penis is definitely involved.
And it's gonna be small.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
on another note, we're about to talk about something really. We're going to talk about something later that's still sad.
As always, I am the Norm McDonald of this segment, and you're.
And this is Wrestling Weekend Update.
I love that. Right. So
that and your little shimmy for the song.
Little shimmy. You gotta have the shimmy.
It matched the song. If you ever go live on Facebook, just a gif of you doing that over and over again.
Speaking of going live on Facebook, what we're gonna do is for Royal Rumble. You gonna be here for Royal Rumble? Or you gonna be somewhere else?
I'll be somewhere else.
Oh, okay. So I'll be alone. watching it.
Well, a month ago, you had no fucking plans.
Huh?
I'll spend it with you.
Yeah, I'm gonna do. Huh?
You gonna go to your aunt's?
I haven't gone to my aunt's for wrestling for years.
I'm just asking a question.
No. It was I work. I'm scheduled to work
you told me
that
work.
weekend.
Correct.
But I decided that I'm going to call out that weekend. So
Okay, so let me know.
Well, hopefully they don't listen to this.
yeah, they don't give a shit.
They're gonna be like, "We heard you on the
They
show."
know they know with me it's well deserved because I'm like the fucking marathon man. I was Jamaican there. I'm the marathon man.
Marathon man.
I have done it.
I'm the marathon man. I'm
So
the
what are you
marathon
gonna
man
do
over
for
there.
Facebook? What are you doing for Facebook?
I'll probably do a watch along maybe, or just the opening predictions and stuff for the show. So probably. Oh, wherever you at it, we could always
I'll probably
go
call in.
We could go on StreamYard.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, you see,
Mm-hmm.
we can do that. So we'll figure it out. So
We have the technology.
we have the technology. We built it. We created it.
No,
So
we did not.
kicking off wrestling rundown. Devon is done with WWE. Devon
Yes.
Dudley, being a producer for the WWE product, has come
For
to
a
an
while.
agreement. Yeah, come to an agreement that he and WWE have gone separate ways. Although some in the back may see that they may have not been in agreement. It seems as though that
Seems
WWE.
like nobody's in agreement in the last couple of weeks on anything.
Well, it looks like WWE were not happy at the fact that he was going to take an event. I believe it's Battle
Yes.
Pro or
Whichever it was, but it was supposed to be like it was going to be at the ECW arena. It was going
Right.
he was going to be in the corner for Bully Ray against
Right.
Cardona,
right.
and WWE strictly told them do not go there because I think it was streaming.
That's so fucked.
They were streaming, and also that they claimed that
would have used the Dudley's thing.
they were afraid, quote unquote, that someone or he may get hurt doing it. That's what they're
Doing what? Getting a table?
possibly. You don't.
Splinter, I can't come to work.
Yeah, you never know. You know what? But I'm
It
not.
just seems petty.
I'm not upset with WWE, and here's why.
Really?
Yeah. Here's a difference. I don't believe in the practices of WWE when it comes to their performers, their wrestlers, because wrestlers are supposed to be independent contractors. They're supposed to get 1099s.
Supposed to be.
Right. But when you're
Thank you.
employed by WWE as a producer, you are not on a 1099. That is a legit employment position. Whether you're unionized or not, you are an employee if you are a producer. It's the same to be said as someone who is a cameraman or a
Director.
an executive. You're under that same guise that you should be.
Conflict of interest, right?
Right. So that I agree with. You can't sit there and believe that you're going to be here because they're trying to say that, well, he's a producer in WWE, but yet he's going under talent at the other promotion. It's like, no, it doesn't work that way. You can't do that.
I see what you're saying.
Right. So I understand where they were, and
How
plus
long has he been a producer for? Since the retirement of Raw all those years ago?
3 years. It was before I believe it was before the pandemic. Yeah.
It's a very short.
Yeah, like
But producers,
it felt like he hasn't really made an
It's a revolving
impact.
door.
yeah, producers in WWE, it's not a long-standing position. It is always often a revolving.
I know
door. They often want different ideas, fresher ideas, different individuals. who come in.
Ideas.
Yeah, ideas. It's often a revolving.
So he
door.
was working with like Adam Pearce, Abyss, Petey Williams, those people.
Right. So
he would tell the guys what to do during the match.
yes, he's one of those guys, and
Yeah, his name really hasn't not popped up. Like when it comes to like pay-per-view matches,
No.
his name never pops up.
he's been very low key, and I think he worked alongside other talents, like you said, with the Adam Pearces
Probably
and such.
Jason Jordan as well.
Yeah, like those kind of let's just say he was
like
good
he's more
getting
like
a
a
check.
background
He was
guy.
good at he was that. But still, once you're employed in that
With big
role,
company.
yeah, that's a different beast. We also have Matt Cardona has trademarked Zack Ryder.
I wonder why.
Copyright and Zack Ryder. Apparently, people were not aware that the fact that the Zack Ryder name was up for grabs. Seems as though that
recent WWE names have been popping up in the trademark, like Ryback.
Well, they lapse.
Santino Marella.
Yeah,
Zack Ryder.
They lapse once when you trademark a name and copyright a name. There's a certain tenure, certain years that you can have that
it's been a decade.
On hold. Right.
A decade, really.
It's different from an LLC. An LLC is if you're going to make it a business. Mm-hmm. When you're trademarking something, you're owning that name or gimmick for a certain period of time. And once it lapses, let's say sometimes the person doesn't pay on it anymore, or that you put a time restraint on it and such, then it's open up for someone to take it. And he took the Zack Ryder name, right?
So let me ask you, what does this mean?
This means now that if he does return to WWE, which it looks like is in the cards, and
his wife is apparently under a contract.
Right. If he does come in with that,
he has it.
It's ownership. So if there's any distribution for T-shirts or that, whatever agreement he makes, he gets the bigger sum of it.
Okay.
He gets the bigger sum of the merchandise. I've often said it's a smart move when talent does that, when they're able to grab it. Mm-hmm. And I know a lot of people have often said that they've hated the fact that WWE changes the talent's name to something else. Like people hated the Walter versus the Gunther name that's out now.
A lot of people were mad when Kenta became Hideo Itami.
Right.
Prince Devitt became Finn Balor.
But I said,
a lot of outrage, at least because they're used to those names.
But I said after a while that it benefits the talent because once they are released, they could go back. So they own it. Yeah, they go back to the name. So they don't own it. So they do them they do them the favor of doing that. So
it's just interesting with this one because if Matt Cardona does come back, he's made it public he would come back as Matt Cardona. He would want to and just bury Zack Ryder.
I don't think the WWE fan base would know that. We've come to understand that the WWE fan base will be like, "Oh, that's Zack Ryder." No, it's Matt Cardona.
I mean, if he does, recording this a week before the Rumble, if the buzzer does go off and we hear woo woo woo,
right, and the crowd is going to lose their shit.
There will be a pop.
If it's just his what he's using now, everybody's gonna be like, "Who the fuck is that?" Then he'll come up
until he comes out on stage like, "Oh shit, that's Matt Cardona."
But you also got to take in consideration of events like that, venues like that.
The Alamo Dome.
Right. So I don't know if you've ever been to you've been to a WrestleMania?
No.
Okay. So if you ever go to an event that big, right? Mm-hmm. And you're at a certain seating, like, I don't know, the fucking nosebleeds.
like you were.
When you're generally looking at the ring through your fucking phone to get the zoom in, right?
You look at the Timetrons hoping you can see something.
Right. So you don't really...
Because if you see somebody go down the ramp, it's like looking at an ant.
Right. And you're not really sure what the fuck that is. So the one thing that you do recognize with people is when you hear it.
Yeah, of course.
So if someone is in the upper decks and they hear, "Oh, radio," and they're like, "Oh, shit, it's fucking Zack Ryder, fuck!" That's how that's what they know. Yeah. So, I can get that. And then later on, depending on what the run is, the case may be, whatever, blah, blah, blah. But yeah, Zack Ryder has now gone under the name of, got the name Zack Ryder. Matt Cardona.
Do you think he's showing up at the Rumble? Yes,
I do.
Yes.
I've, I'll get to that in a second. Right. Congratulations to Shawn Spears and Cassie Lee. The couple has welcomed into the world a new child. They have a baby boy, and this sexy pair looks like they brought in another good-looking individual to the world.
Good for
should like a goblin.
Shawn Spears noted doesn't work for AEW anymore.
My precious parents. Like they should bring in fucking
my perfect 10 father.
Smeagol. Yeah, here goes a geek freak over here. So Congratulations to the pair for their.
Hopefully, Shawn Spears finds another company.
He'll be all right. He'll probably go to Impact or some shit like that.
He would be perfect for Impact.
Yeah,
honestly.
he'll be okay. He'll be fine.
You don't have the baby's name?
Trevor. Who the fuck is?
It starts with an A.
Yeah, it's whatever. Do you have it?
No, I just know it starts with an A.
Anakin.
Ash.
Some ace.
Ash Spears.
What do you got over there?
We got a leak about 2K23 for WWE. The leak is the potential image cover, which is John Cena, which is not surprising, really. 20 years of John Cena.
Mm-hmm.
The 2K showcase is going to be about John Cena. And they teased on their Instagram a landing pad.
Is it going to be in Chinese?
No. Landing pad, and the speculation that Bad Bunny will be the DLC bonus.
Oh, okay. That's a leak. It's not confirmed, though. It's a leak.
It's leaks and photo teasers. And it's leaked that the game will come out March.
Early March. Apparently, the leak came from a Microsoft insider.
Yeah.
So they already
For
have
Xbox.
the Xbox, which is basically...
Microsoft.
I'm excited.
Mm-hmm.
I'm
The
hoping...
game is coming out earlier than I thought it would be.
Well, 22 came around March last year. Yeah.
One,
Yeah, it came around March. It was around the same
I
time.
don't think so.
It didn't happen after WrestleMania.
I was thinking like SummerSlam
No. What? 22?
for this year.
No. They like that now. They tested the waters on how it would be released around WrestleMania last year, and so they got a big run on the on the buying rate. So they pretty much are centralized to do it like this. It's better than what they did before, because usually it was like September, October before.
The fall.
Yeah, and no, this makes more sense. John Cena is a smart choice for the showcase.
How many Randy Orton matches do you think we're going to get? All of them.
Yeah, right.
But I'll say this for if you're 2K and you're developing the game and you have to make these models, after last year's bullshit where a lot of the roster was cut, they have in-game models they can just reskin now. They don't have to worry about that shit anymore.
Well, I'm happy because their cross-platforming has actually been pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
And when it came
the gameplay
to,
was really fun.
I loved it. I don't have an issue with it. I didn't have as much glitches as people had.
Mm-mm.
I think I maybe had one glitch during the match that somebody got submerged into the ring, but
That's normal.
Yeah, but I never. And other than that, I never had issues with the game.
Mm-hmm. What about
The community creations were great. They looked awesome.
I saw how many you used all of your slots.
Oh, please! There's what they did later on, which 2K and WWE agreed on, was that they allowed creators to create the images for talent,
right?
Where it instantly slid into that person's slot. Like, for instance, Karrion Kross is in the game.
Yeah.
If you download Karrion Kross's attire, you don't have to duplicate it. It's already there. So
yeah, that was annoying. That was very.
But you have to do the duplicate for it.
And then when like the secret character, finger quote secret characters that are in my rise, like Dijak,
right?
Like
well, those
King
are
Corbin.
the ones that I like that they did as well.
No, but remember people would put those on communications as well,
Right.
and then 2K was like, "Fuck it, we'll make
Just
them
release
playable."
them, right?
Yeah.
But
I also want to mention too that there's improvements to my GM and a new game mode is being rumored.
I don't know what that is. I'm hoping that it's going to be create a story. I was never really big a creative story guy. I know a lot of people
Maybe
were.
like Road to WrestleMania.
Possibly.
Those were fun.
Fix fucking Universal. Fix GM. Fix it. Those are my only
Those really
hiccups.
two modes really matter.
And cut a promo. Bring back cutting a promo. Bring it back. Years ago they had
the awkward insert dialogue pick
right.
options.
But do something that would progress an angle.
Yeah.
Where in a promo that I liked what they did was that when you insert your dialogue,
mm-hmm.
where the crowd would
determine
fluctuate if you're a heel or face kind of promo like that. Yeah. If you're gonna heel turn, face turn, but that kind of thing. The only thing that, like I said, that fucking annoys me is that you got, you know what? I'm gonna do a whole segment about it again soon. But one of the things will be like, guys, just like they do in the 2K series for NBA and such, update the fucking roster, update the clothing.
That's what the
change the fucking music if you have to.
That's what the release date. I'm kind of because we just had Bronson Reed back. I know he was a rumored DLC character for the last games, but you gotta hope he's in the game. You know, Bray Wyatt's gonna be in the game,
right? So let's see how that goes. What's next?
We had Dominic Mysterio reveal on.
Congratulations, he got engaged! Yay!
Keeping it 100 with Conan. That when he had his program with Seth Rollins, he was not under a contract. He only received the contract after the match. He was basically working for free, and the whole Seth Rollins match was a tryout.
Triple H should have did the whole fucking AEW thing where Tony Khan comes out and says, well, you know, Dominic, although you've been under here wrestling without a contract, let's just say now you're old WWE. Like that kind of bullshit.
Yeah, he was only getting paid a few TV and pay-per-view salaries. And he took them as Rollins because he felt it was a huge opportunity for him to showcase his skills and also wanted to act in good faith, feeling if he worked at the event, it would get him a better deal.
Okay.
Which,
at least
let's be real, he's the best fucking thing on Raw.
Well, at least it wasn't the whole thing like just because you're a legacy kid that they're automatically giving you a contract. So
and he bypassed NXT straight away.
Oh, look, I'm better than everybody. I didn't get the legacy deal. Nah, I can't bust his ball. That's actually honorable. I think that's actually pretty cool. Next up,
Colby Corino has officially been signed to a WWE contract. We've been reporting about his free agency for weeks now. It's now official per Fightful Select. And we're actually going to go see his final match tomorrow. One of his final matches.
At Catalyst Wrestling. You ever been to Catalyst before?
Yes, I have. I went to their first show, actually, when they were Capitol.
Oh, okay. That's right.
In a church.
Who's running it? Is
Ryan Shapiro.
He is. Okay, good.
Colby Corino against Homicide.
Wow. Yo, bro, I'm about to fuck him up. Yo, fuck him.
I hate your fucking family.
I fuck him. All the Corinos. Fuck all the Corinos, bro. Fuck him, yo, for real. Good luck, bro.
Colby Corino's apparent start date will be probably by Vengeance Day, so he'll probably be like the first. Like, hi.
Does he come in as Colby Corino?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I would think they put his dad with him right away. Like have his dad introduce him,
right?
Before his debut match. I remember how in NXT they do the whole like, what? Like, holy shit, that guy's in the front row type thing.
Yeah,
Colby's gonna be like that type of dude. It's in Charlotte, so
you think in Royal Rumble he'll be at in the front row?
Not the Rumble,
maybe
the NXT show, Vengeance Day.
No, but he might be in Royal Rumble front row. They'll probably do that.
I don't think so. Nobody would fucking care. Like, who the
a lot of people that didn't care about and they did it. They did this shit with like
no, but it'd be more
Chad, what was it? No, what's his name? Gable. Whatever the fuck.
Gable Stevenson.
Gabe Stevenson. Whatever the fuck his name is. They did it with him. When he popped up, I was like, who the fuck is that?
But I'm saying for this type of thing, it would be more line NXT.
Right. I don't know. We'll see. Colby's one of those guys that I watched him progress in the past couple of years.
Over the years.
Yeah, he's actually looked much, much better during the years. Mm-hmm. He's actually gotten much better. And look, he comes from good stops. Steve Corino's a fucking legend, man. So we'll see how that cuts out of NXT. Anything else?
You take this. I'm looking.
What's that?
I'm looking for my next one.
I'm waiting.
I have it, but I'm scrolling.
Okay. I'm just. Let's play some fucking background music. So,
how do you have sex with midgets? Oh, that's right. You can't say midget.
How not to have sex with little people?
I don't.
First of all,
I like the term midget. Little children are little people, and I don't want.
Yeah, I don't like that. Little person. No, it's still the same. Yeah.
Here we go. Here we go. Oh, okay. Progress Wrestling and ICW are no longer under a deal with WWE, so their content on the network and Peacock will no longer be shown.
Wow, you know what's crazy?
ICW and Progress have put out public statements that they will be having their own. Progress has on demand, and ICW will go to YouTube.
I heard it was successful on Peacock as well.
Yeah.
And I'm going to be honest with you. I didn't even know they were there. I didn't even
You should
notice
check them out, though. They're pretty good.
No, I know what Progress and ICW is. I know what they are.
That's where your Boo Pete Dunne came
Yeah,
from.
yeah, I know what they are. I know that they're the British promotions, but I didn't even know they were on the fucking network. Who the fuck?
After all these years, after they fucking raped them of their talent.
What is it like? I didn't know they were even there. Whatever. But yeah, it's, yeah. What else do you have?
Just a bunch of stuff about the Jay Briscoe stuff we're gonna get into.
Oh, okay. So that's let me just go quickly on what the hell I have left on me because I do have some stuff. Kevin Nash.
Oh boy.
Oh man, and this is
I had him too, but I want you to bring it up.
Yeah, this past week, Kevin Nash was basically under
Watch.
under watch. Yeah, thank you. Was under watch because of comments that he made on his recent podcast, Click This, with Sean Oliver. And
by the way, he also showed off that he got his plaque from YouTube.
Yeah.
For reaching 100,000 subscribers.
Yeah, shout out to those guys. I'm a weekly. I listen to the show every week, and I love Nash, man. He's one of those guys that I would love to have a sit down and conversation with. And plus, when you look at him, he's 63 years old. The guy is fucking still jacked. Gorgeous. Yeah, he's gorgeous. Yes, we could actually say that. Like, I'm at one with my penis. Like, what?
Well, hold on.
What?
One with your penis or your manhood?
What? I meant to say. I meant to say manhood.
You said penis.
I said penis.
That's a Freudian slip.
Is it though? I meant what? Any case,
Big Daddy Cool.
Diesel.
Very sad week for him.
Yeah,
he let his emotions out on the podcast.
Well, he lets it out every week. If you listen to the show every week,
but this week was where everybody once he said it, Sean Oliver reacted, and then everybody else reacted afterwards, saying, somebody check on him, please."
Well, he made a mention.
Did.
He made a mention about
he wakes up with putting a gun in his mouth.
Right, and
saying, I'm not gonna do it
and Sean says, "Don't say
that."
that because you have guns in the house." And he's like, "I say whatever I want as long as I leave a note." And
which was, in his defense, it was funny. It was dark but funny.
Right.
It was like, oh, like I wake up with a gun in my mouth, like that type of way he said it.
No, he was like, it's. I forgot the real phrase. It was like, it isn't. It's not anything fun without a gun in your mouth. Something like that. It was something of that magnitude.
Yeah. Like I heard what he said. I've always been like, I'm not a wrestling fan right now, but I've always been a fan of Nash.
Yeah.
Like, he's just such a...
He's a fucking cool motherfucker.
He's a cool motherfucker,
He's a
right?
guy you want to get a drink with.
Yeah,
a lot
sure.
of them too.
Mm-hmm.
A lot.
Yeah.
And he would pay for it.
I get it. Let's just admit it. We're a little gay for him. Fine. Just admit it. Be at one with your manhood.
Big, sexy.
He's just
a little.
He's going through some very hard times this past year. And then his son.
So
double whammy hit him.
Yeah.
In 2022.
I looked up the what he said, and it sounded like he was trying to be funny about something that was really painful, but it came out way too honest.
Yeah.
Well, like I said, if you would hear him through the show, like he's working through it week by week with the show, and
there's something interesting you brought up when somebody said, take a break. Like somebody said on one of the posts, like, why doesn't he take a break from the show? And then you said, no, that's his release.
Yeah, no, you don't want to do that.
Well, it was like, I looked at your comment, I was like, yeah, if he's not doing the show, this dude's gonna sit in his fucking house and just be miserable
with his guns.
Yeah.
Yes.
And listen, he's once Tristan passed, he's been sleeping in Tristan's room.
That sucks.
He's been up later than he would usually be at night. He's still trying to, especially during the holidays, he was coming to terms of what he didn't even want to put up any of the the traditional Christmas things, whatever the case may be. But he did it anyway for his wife and such. And
no parent should have to have the put their child to
when and the reality is, and he said that Tyrus from NWA reached out to him, and
he actually did a good thing.
Yeah, he reached out to him. He tells him, he says, I've been wanting to reach out to you for the longest, but yet I don't know the words to say. Like, what can you say? And the only thing that I can, coincide with what you're going through is the fact that people will tell you it'll get easier, and it's not. It's not going to get easier. It's not. You can't go with life believing that your child died.
Yeah.
You're supposed to die before your children, and that happened.
They bury you. You don't bury them.
So, and he says, I get it. He says that was the most honest and heartwarming sentiment that I had gotten from people. Mm-hmm. And he's, like I said, it's difficult for him to have people get it. And he doesn't care if you do get it or not.
No.
But it's difficult for people to get the fact that he's still It's 12 weeks. It's 3 months.
No, this is going to be sore for the rest of the
right. It's not anything.
It's not going away anytime soon.
But the police did come in. They did a wellness check to make sure he was okay.
Yes, because people did go to Twitter and
the only thing I didn't like was his response to it, where.
No, he gets a response the way the fuck he wants to.
Yeah, but I didn't like the I didn't like the response
was
to
it.
Like,
oh great, the cops are here.
Yeah, it was something like that. He was like, I was being sarcastic, or whatever the case may be.
Right.
And it's like,
calm the hell down.
And it's like, yeah, like that. And it's like, dude,
people care though.
And that's my whole thing.
Kevin Nash has gotten a lot of flack over the years for all the bullshit booking or anything creatively he's done. But honest to God, this guy has made a significant impact in the world of wrestling and us as fans, that when he said something like that, the whole community was like, no, big man. We give a fuck. We care about you.
Yeah, that's the only thing. That's the only way I took it as. Like, I would have looked at it as like, listen, guys, thank you for everything. I'm fine. It's just that, I made a sarcastic remark, but he was very
try to do a funny.
Defensive. It was like more defensive, right? And that's still the process. You're not.
That's what makes it seem like it was real,
right? Mm-hmm. You're still not.
He's trying to play it down,
right?
He's trying, as if his mind is still trying to like prepare for when he does it,
right? Mm-hmm. But he's also mentioned that he says, "Nah, I can't." He says, "I would never do it because I wouldn't want to leave that on my wife."
Yeah,
and,
sure.
I can only imagine what she's going through too.
I mean, listen.
That's a different conversation.
Yeah,
with this, and then like the cops show up and like, "Oh, is your husband all right?" And she's like,
"But you got to think
about it. Did you say something, honey?"
But you got to think about it. You got to think about it. That was their only child. Like, it's. And like I said, he lost his. Yeah, there's no. He lost his dad when he was 8. Mm-hmm. Lost his best friend and his son in the same year.
Same fucking year.
Right. I mean, come on. That's just tough, man. And this is why I tell people, I said people just, the other thing is just listen to the show. That's his outlet. Let him know that you're listening. Just show that it's not going to be an easy road, and it'll never be easy for what he's going through. I can't. I would never want to fathom that. So I mean, honestly, fathom that. I said fathom.
You said phantom.
I said fathom.
You said phantom.
Yeah, I can't even be a fucking spirit of that. That's what I meant to say. Fucking asshole. Vince pays off the multi-million dollar.
I saw this passing on Twitter.
Multi-million dollar settlement that he had with a former referee who accused him in the 80s of rape.
Like 1980s.
People are over it. I can come back and take over.
Exactly. That's what it is.
Starts immediately paying people off.
Yeah. Shh.
Keep the fuck up.
Keep it quiet.
You don't give a fuck about it either, buddy.
Listen, I just told you to suck my dick. Just keep it moving. Here's the money.
Shut up, woman.
Yeah. It's like, come on. We know what the fuck you're doing here. This is all strategic.
We were talking about this weeks ago. Be like, oh, it's fine if he's going to sell. He wants his fucking thing back.
No, the one thing that pissed me off about it was the fact that it seems as though that in the negotiations he's talking about, I'll sell, but I still want to be involved in the company once I sell. And it's like,
that's
how
bullshit.
The fuck is that? How do you do that? Yeah. How do you do that?
I'll sell to the Saudis as long as they make me in power again.
I would leave you.
That's the scary part.
I would leave you as a pseudo executive. Like,
the fuck does that mean?
A pseudo executive. Okay, it's more. It's more inclined as like, you know what I want to see? I want to see R-Truth be the world champ, and everybody goes, "Oh, that sounds great. we're not doing that. It's like, yeah. Did you hear what he said? We want R-Truth as a champion. We're not going to do that.
Vince, stay in the back of the fucking room. Shut up.
Yeah. We're waiting for Vince to start licking stamps and posting it on comic books and say like, oh, look what I made. It's like, okay. All right, sweetie, go to your corner and make sure you're still coloring in your fucking textile
This
book.
whole shit is so insane because it's like everybody basically had a unanimous vote of, no, you are not coming back. What does he do? Oh, I'm back. And I'm removing 3 of you and I'm putting 2 of my fucking ass lickers next to me.
Listen, when you have
And now he's
81%
CEO
of
again.
the fucking shares, you pretty much say, yeah, I can do whatever the fuck I want.
His daughter just left.
I think that was in the cards, and I also believe that
Because somebody also brought up too that Vince,
she doesn't want to work with him.
but also somebody brought up that Vince basically demolished her writing team. The people that she brought in to help write the shows, he basically fired every single one of them, and Stephanie was reportedly pissed.
Well, I didn't see. What are you talking about? As of recently?
Like during the pandemic cuts. That
Oh.
was
Well, yeah,
those
yeah,
people
definitely,
they weren't like acknowledged, but
Yeah.
they were let go.
The
Stephanie
one
was still harboring that bullshit.
the one conversation that I've been contemplating is the fact, would he go back into creative? And
Yes.
people are like, well, he might be pissed off with the fact that
There's already
Triple
reports-
H's creative is doing much better than what he's doing. And it's like,
It's only 6 months though.
I think that he might be upset with the fact that
I
he
fired
showed
all of these
improve.
people, and why are they back?
But I also think that why would you kill something that's making money?
Because he's a boomer.
He's a
No,
boomer.
he's way more than a fucking boomer.
His generation is obsessed with never aging. He's never too old for anything. He just can't accept the fact that he just needs to step the fuck back.
Well,
And he
he's
won't.
egomaniacal. He's a narcissist. We have all that there. That's fine. But I'm also on the
He's been doing
upswing.
this for
The
years.
optimism is that what Triple H and creative has been doing in the past 6 months, 7 months or so has proven to be what a fan base has wanted to see.
Mhm.
Your ratings have gone to shit when you were there. Now it's on an upswing.
Because people are interested,
Right.
In
The
what
only
this
thing that
fucking thing looks like with Triple H in charge.
and everybody's what Vince is doing is suggesting things, and it's like,
Yeah,
great.
there's already reports of that Vince has voiced his opinions, and Triple H has already had.
Who should win Royal Rumble? Sure, Vince.
Who?
Who should win?
R-Truth. Fuck off.
Awesome. Thanks, Vince. R-Truth is not. gonna win
Cody,
that.
Cody, don't worry, you got this. Cody, it's your year.
He's not going to win Royal Rumble.
Maybe.
R-Truth has a torn ACL. He can't walk right now.
No, but what we could do, we could gimmick it that he could actually make it to the ring, and all he has to do is just throw one person at 30, and that's it.
Jay, there's been two.
Let's not talk it to fruition, because it could happen. It could happen.
Jay, just to emphasize, there's been 2 talent meetings already where Triple H is like, I'm in charge. Vince is not in charge. Meanwhile, Vince is fighting in the back with a big smile. He's like, yes, I am. Yes, I am. I will take back my baby.
Don't believe that shit.
And then you have
Don't believe that
and
shit.
you have Kevin Dunn saying, Vince has not said a word to me. Fuck you. He's been talking to you for 40 years.
Oh, Kevin Dunn?
Yeah.
I can only imagine he's like, well,
Oh, here we go.
Hi, Vince.
Welcome back. I hate Triple H.
I'm glad that you're back because this whole company went to shit.
That's a really good impression.
when you watch a lot of Jim Cornette shoots, and you get an idea of what this man is.
Oh, but by the way, thankfully because we got rid of the guys who was going to take over my spot, and now he's signed with AEW. Thank you, Vince, for making sure that my job is in place.
Oh yeah, that was a thing too.
I love the rat sound.
because he's
Very
a
offensive.
fucking, yeah, that's exactly what he fucking
It's more of
is.
a beaver.
Yeah. The guy who was the next in line to be the producer
Yes,
of
he's in
WWE,
AEW now.
he's in AEW now. So
For good reason, right?
yeah,
Well-
because Kevin Dunn wouldn't fucking step down because Vince wouldn't allow it.
This dude left. He was supposed to take over of Kevin
Kev-
Dunn,
Yeah.
but
It's like,
nope. Kevin Dunn not leaving.
Vince, if you leave, do I leave too? Do I?
No. Your job is secure. Don't worry about it. I
Vince-
made sure that I
Vince
put
and
that
Kevin
in place.
Dunn.
Oh, thank you.
Vince and Kevin Dunn.
Master.
You should do that for voiceover, like in a video game. Vince and Kevin Dunn will die in their fucking chairs.
Oh,
They will
please.
never leave.
I guess I don't know. And Pritchard, I love you.
He's another one.
Vince. I'm happy at your back.
He's another one of these butt
Vince,
lickers.
there's not another butt I would kiss but yours.
Not even kissing, he's licking it. He's not kissing it, he's licking it.
The only one who's not coming
What?
back is
Call him Uncle Tom.
and he's white.
Yeah.
The only one that's not coming back is fucking Laurinaitis. If Laurinaitis comes back,
It's over.
it's over.
It is fucking
Tap it out. It's over. Thank you, Vince, for bringing me back with people power, pussy power, whatever
What's
you want
Alicia
to call
Fox
it.
up to these days?
Oh, Jesus Christ. No, we're not doing this, sir. We're not going to do this.
Do we have anything? Oh, I wanted to
Yeah.
mention this because we brought
What's that?
the Shane McMahon payout.
Oh, yeah, go ahead.
That the last thing he ever did for the WWE was last year's Royal Rumble, where he was in the fucking final three, was the producer of the match. He pitched that he didn't want to look weak, but he lost to Brock Lesnar, so good for him. He got
I would lose to Brock Lesnar.
$828,000.
How much?
$828,000.
Wow. Good for you, Shane. Good for you. His father's a piece of shit.
Hold on. And then that week on Thursday, was sent home.
But he knows how his father is. He knows his father's a fucking piece of shit, so squeeze him for what the fuck he got.
Remember when we thought Shane coming back would be a good thing?
Yeah, but Vince wouldn't allow it.
It went south
Listen.
so bad.
Shane, listen, let's be honest here, and I've known it from quite some time. Shane would have been the
you know
fucking
him?
face. Yeah, I know him for years. Yeah. Shane would have been the face of it, and Steph would have been the one running the shit from behind the scene.
Not Triple H.
That would have been great.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Not Triple H.
The two ideas that the two ideas that I
Maybe.
thought Shane had that would have been great was that one was that he told Vince invest or be a part of the purchase of USC early on.
And Vince said
This
no.
was in the 90s. He
Yeah,
said,
Vince,
get in it.
and Vince said no.
Vince said no. The second one was
ECW.
when ECW, where he said it shouldn't be a network show. It should be on YouTube. Let it be a YouTube show.
Yeah. And then Vince was like, no, sci-fi.
That would have been fantastic.
Yep. And Vince said no.
Sci-fi.
You killed it. You killed it by doing those early days of YouTube.
You're right.
You could have done whatever you wanted there.
Well,
not even like-
fucking YouTube
Yeah.
by now.
That and also like that would bring more traction to the website because that's what it was gonna be originally.
Right,
But
but
just that this last run that Shane had, it was just he was fucking on TV every fucking week on every fucking segment, and it was just got to the point of go the fuck away.
but that's daddy. You know what? That's daddy.
That's him.
That's daddy compensating for not being a good father to his son. So he said, "All right, son, do what the fuck you want to do." Like that's just
So have a Saudi match with Roman Reigns, almost win the Royal Rumble, and then last year's program was supposed to be him and Seth fucking
at the end of the
Rollins.
day. There's one person that allows it, and that's Vince, and he's the one that allowed it. All right,
Yes.
let me get my son get his fucking run. Whatever.
Shane would almost be WWE champion last year.
Exactly. And finally, as you guys already know, we are dealing with the untimely passing of Jay Briscoe. And this past week on AEW Dynamite, we thought we would get a tribute show for that, seeing as though that he's a
Not
Ring
really
of
a
Honor.
tribute show, but more of like a package.
No, I thought there
$10
would be.
salute?
I thought there would be a tribute show. I actually did think that it would happen because regardless of Ring of Honor is a different promotion, yeah, and they've been fucking having Ring of Honor matches on AEW all fucking the past months. So why not do it?
And mind you, on NXT, they took 3 minutes to acknowledge Jay Briscoe.
Quickly,
Yeah.
they did it quickly. That we heard of his passing
and
at
they
what?
scrapped the whole funeral segment, that whole show.
Right, we
Because-
heard of his
because it was
passing at what 6 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Eastern time.
By 8:30, we had Vic Joseph and Booker T saying our condolences go out to the family of Jay Briscoe.
And he never even walked through the hollow holes of
Not
WWE.
even-
Maybe for a tryout match at
Not even like FCW was the
Yeah,
closest
exactly.
He did a tryout.
Come on. And
And then on SmackDown too, when the first match of the show, the tag tournament, Michael Cole's thoughts and prayers go out to the family of Jay Briscoe. Like the week before, they did the same thing for Don West.
Yeah, Kevin Owens had
Kevin
Owens had the
that don't
armband.
work for this company.
But
that just shows how much respect that they've been showing.
Much respect to what Tony Khan and the company did due to the unfortunate circumstances that occur, and then the really ridiculous aspects and reasoning of why they didn't have the tribute show. It wasn't no fault of Tony Khan. It was because of the
a fucking tweet
network themselves that did it. Well,
a decade ago.
Yeah, this was around the same time that I said that we met at the tapings for Ring of Honor. Mm-hmm. So apparently during that time,
he was their world champion.
He was their world champion, and he even had mentioned that during that time he was, working through the avenues of God and trying to do, spread God's words at that time. Mm-hmm. And even in the tweet is, I'll paraphrase, but it was more
what did he really say?
In paraphrasing, it was more that they were running shows at the Manhattan Center. Mm-hmm. And this was in June, and June is Gay Pride Month. Mm-hmm. And during the time that they were running the shows, he and the family, because his family would come, the whole family would come out from fucking Delaware. They're fucking from the sticks out there. I thought it was West Virginia that they were from.
No.
Well, I think he moved, whatever the case. Anyway, but they're from the fucking sticks. Yeah. So you come to New York City and you come into a bunch of an event with a bunch of pride flags, and they pretty much mentioned that the UFA. Thankfully this ain't live. I'm not gonna put this on recording.
Oh, thank God.
It's not live. So they have a bunch of gay pride flags that's up there, and men in thongs and all
people
this
expressing
shit.
themselves.
That's not what Pride is about. If you've ever been to Pride, that's what it is.
No, people, during that month, people express themselves, which is perfectly fine.
Right.
Just that Jay Briscoe had a tweet that really did not expressed his view.
So they saw it, and he expected his view on it, and
something with a gun.
Right.
That's terrible.
Right, but it was more in this case.
It's more like he was trying to push your view on me. I'm going to shoot you.
No. It wasn't even that. He was saying something that it was more like, if you think that you can impose this on my children,
right,
then my gun will be ready or something. It was more on that essence, right? In that sense.
I do you, but not on my family.
Right. It was more that kind of sentiment.
And I recently saw the video that popped up on Twitter that before their TV tapings or whatever it was, their house shows, where he came out and said, I was a dumbass. After what I tweeted out, I learned everything that I need to know. And
this was years ago that he had said that. Right. That
I never saw it.
Yeah,
this was the first time where he apologized his ass off. He goes, as a champion, I need to do better. I'm now going to learn from my wrongdoings. And that whole thing has been on his fucking career, affecting everything. He can't be on. He was not allowed on TV,
right,
for this.
So,
which is a shitty thing he said, but
the
man apologized.
This was 10 years ago, right?
Correct.
Okay, right. Now, I don't know the man personally. Not sure whether, truthfully, if that occurred,
that's
and
how
whether,
he really feels.
Whatever, But from what you hear from individuals in the locker room, people who've worked with them and such, like Effie and all of them, they've all said that he's shown nothing but respect to them.
And he's a family man.
And if that's your lifestyle, that's your lifestyle. He's grown to understand and respect it, right? You don't have to agree with it, but as long as you respect it, go with it, whatever the fuck. And that's the thing that kills me about this whole movement, about anything, be it homosexuality, be it Judaism, be it your religion, whatever the case may be. I don't have to agree with it. Mm-hmm. Don't have to agree with it. Respect your life, whatever the fuck it is. Just don't impose the shit on me. I don't have to. Mm-hmm. I don't have to. It's just what it is. That's your life. That's what it is. With that being carried over to wrestling, it's like, why is that even an issue with them? Mm-hmm. This was 10 years ago. Mm-hmm. He's already done the fucking...
More specifically, the TNT and TBS.
Right. He's already done the shucking and jiving.
America. He's been on certain networks.
Right. And now
Sorry.
Because he made those comments. He was never to be seen on AEW TV. All other Ring of
Not
Honor
even
talent,
acknowledge his name.
nothing. The Briscoes were shunned.
Mm-hmm. And his brother was affected by it too, because he couldn't even do
Right.
anything.
And I'm my brother's keeper. He's gonna rock with it. He don't care. He don't give a shit. And it's like Cornette had said on this show. He's like, how is it that you allow that to happen, but you let a fucking drug addict, fucking bank robber on your TV with Nick Gage? How? How do you allow a Trump supporting fucking insurrectionist funder Jericho on your fucking TV?
Well, that's a different story.
Is it though?
For them.
Is it though?
He didn't kill anybody. He didn't climb the wall.
Someone did that. He fucking funded. His wife and his mother-in-law were at the fucking insurrection.
Yeah, but for TNT and TBS, they have they have their rules and their guidelines.
Apparently, there was one individual, one executive that said that he and his brother would never be on AEW TV, and this is why that
they made that
Ring of Honor
clear.
would not get a network deal with them because
of him.
Of that.
They put everything on Jay Briscoe's head.
But because
it's all his fault.
Ring of Honor is the Briscoes, regardless of what you say. It's the Briscoes. Listen,
they won. They were fucking there.
Think about it.
Still, by the moment he died, he was the Ring of Honor Tag Team Champion.
The amazing fucking matches, the relationships. I mean, God, with the American Wolves, with fucking Kings of Wrestling, with Shelton and Haas,
Adam Cole,
all these fucking Kevin Steen,
FTR.
El Generico, FTR this past year.
Holy
that
shit.
fucking team, Jay and Mark were fucking Ring of Honor.
They put over the young team main event for House of Glory.
Yeah.
They did everything. They expanded their names bigger than they had before. They went to Game Changer, House of Glory. They did a lot more indies when ROH went down.
But from day one, I like I said, when people would ask me, who's your favorite tag team of all time, I would say
Briscoes.
Heart Foundation, fucking FTR, and fucking Briscoes were there. Mm-hmm. They were there all the time, and people will go, "Who the Briscoes are?" I said, "Dude, you gotta look them up. Look them up. You gotta look them up." And
they were legit.
When now you're trying to get rid of, were you the same person that you are like 10 years ago?
God, no.
You changed.
Everyone changes.
Everyone changes.
Change
why?
Is constant. Yeah.
Why will you penalize me for something I did 10 years ago? If you're going to tell me that I said something 10 years ago and I'm still
just to bring it up,
being a dick about it 10 years, or not even a dick, but that's your fucking belief 10 years, then fine, that's you. But if you're uneducated, I'm not the same dude I was at 25 that I am at 46. So let's be honest.
Let me add on to that. Let's say if you tweeted something stupid like when you were younger, and then they try to use that, be like, take Turnbuckle Tabloid down because this motherfucker said this in 2007 or 2008. But bro, this man's opinion has changed, or he apologized and he keeps going. But
it's not even. It's not even an apology, because I would never even apologize for something that I did 10 years ago.
I'm just saying
that I didn't even know or even wasn't educated about. Right. Why apologize for it?
I didn't mean like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I say, they bring up something just to try and take your show down, or get your voice off the internet, or something like that.
After what the fuck I said in this show.
No, but
my accidental slip.
Your skeleton is completely different from what it was 10 years ago.
Exactly.
So your brain, softer, it's completely. You're an entirely different person from who you were.
And then when you hear, and it's not everybody trying to sit there and lather it up, or just because he passed to say that. We good. It's like, no, you have individuals in that locker room that he shared that have their sexual preferences, whatever, that they said, nah, he never treated me any different. We were good.
No one's saying he was perfect.
Right.
But whatever opinions he had at one point, he obviously changed.
Mm-hmm. Right.
He became a better person for it. And he was a good person. As far as any of us is a good person.
Yeah, it's
video surface of Jay Briscoe practicing with his daughter the cheerleading routine, which was very cute.
Can you imagine somebody would see that and
I'll fucking dare him.
Him helping his daughter cheerlead, and somebody go, "What a queer."
He has a bow in his hair. He's having
what a queer.
You see a smile on his face.
You see the gay moves he's doing with his daughter. What a queer.
This dude was a coach for a football team down in town and basketball coach as well.
The fact that his kids were in the car.
Yeah, that's a sad thing. Jay Briscoe had no seatbelt on, which sucks that he got the worst of it. But his kids, one is fighting for her life, and one is
as of reporting now that they're both in the clear. His daughter who went through surgery has a feeling in her lower extremities, and it's good. So they were good.
Not good, but it's better.
But it's better than what I was reading.
Yeah. So
but you had something else on the driver. That somebody that
the driver apparently the driver crossing lanes. In a rural area, especially where they live at, they weren't even fucking minutes away from their house, and
he was picking them up or driving them to the practice.
Right. So, unsure of what occurred. Some may believe there's some reports that say that she may have been on her phone or not. People are still trying to find investigations. They're asking, but they live in a fucking rural area, so you wouldn't even there's no witnesses.
I've driven through rural areas. You don't even drive that fast because you can't.
Yeah. You don't know what the fuck pops out on you out there.
There's a bunch of turns. Like, you don't know what potholes are coming up. You don't know what fucking hill.
You know what? What fucking agriculture will jump up at you at any moment.
Waiting for your turn, like picking up your turn. You have to be careful.
Yeah.
Every fucking turn looks the same.
So
why was
it's like I said, just an unfortunate fucking event, and for the company not having the ability,
for AEW specifically,
and AEW not having the ability to acknowledge him, honor him, not even a fucking 10-bell salute. Jesus fucking Christ, man. Honestly, wow,
utter horseshit.
What, yo? I love what Cornette said. Cornette said, "Yo, let me find out who this executive is, because I'm putting a fucking name. I'm putting what they do. I'm putting it right up there, and I'm letting everybody know who the fuck it is. And if they want to sue me, fuck you."
The man that's been sued for years doesn't care.
He doesn't give a shit, and he loved man. I'll talk about it in the next segment. But
it's rare to hear Jim Cornette cry.
Yeah, our condolences once again, as always. We've been saying, and our prayers go out. Turnbuckle Tabloid actually did a donation to the family this past week, and we want to make sure, because like I said, that Jay.
38 years old.
I fucking
and then the next day, his brother. It was his brother's birthday.
And with all that built up, it like I said, it reminded me of Travis passing. It reminded me of Brody Lee.
The same thing. It
reminded me of Shad when Shad passed.
Too sudden.
All them shits was just like, and I said, I fucking hate that I have this kind of relationship with wrestling, not only because I love it, but also because I know people in the business, and we know people who's been in the ring or know them personally. It's devastating to know this shit. It's just a sad I don't know, man. Like I tell people, man, life is fucking short. It's precious. And whatever moments you have, appreciate them, especially with your family, your friends, and what you're able to do in life. And please, guys, wear a fucking seatbelt, man. Honestly, please do.
By the way, I love you.
Oh, I love you more, bitch. Guys, when we come back, we have much more to talk about on Around the Square Circle. So, guys, don't go anywhere. Stick around. We'll check you guys in a sec.
What's going on, everybody? Tony G here, better known to the world as Josie's Boy, aka your girl's favorite artist. And today I'm here to tell you about my company, Painted in Blue. Painted in Blue is a creative house established in 2017, and we specialize in handmade custom leather goods. We coined the term luxury minimalism because we believe even in your everyday life, no matter how much running around you have to do, you can still stand out and be fly. We create everything from luxury handbags to wallets and some of the best leathers you can find that you would love to carry on a day-to-day basis. So if you believe in looking fly while you handle your business while pushing fashion forward, make sure you guys go to paintedinblue.com. Don't forget to follow us on social media at _Painted in Blue on Instagram and on Facebook at Painted in Blue.
the square circle, ladies and gentlemen. What we watch, what we listen to, what we are part of. A lot of collaborations, a lot of discussions. Ladies and gentlemen. Like I said, but a lot of stuff that happened this week, man, has been a fucking an emotional roller coaster. And you would think that you could find some kind of outlets to help you through this, but no, everything seems so damn fucking miserable, man. Shit. Man. So you been did you hear anything this week? Any podcasts? Anything you
last time I was on here, I mentioned I was listening to a show called Pod Meets World, where they go through like the Boy Meets World seasons. In one of their recent episodes, they brought in one of the writers that was a part of season 1 and only season 1, Jeanette Conscious. I think that's how they say it. It was the most one of their awkward interviews they've ever done.
Yeah.
Where she just basically put over one of the co-writers. I forgot her name already. But it wasn't Michael Jacobs, but it was the other one that got fired after season 1.
Right.
It's a very awkward, sad interview because she just really conveyed that she didn't want to leave, but they forced her out.
It's called Business.
No, I know.
It's called Hollywood. That's what they
April
do.
Kelly. She was the one that co-created the show.
Right.
She basically said that she goes on a honeymoon to Paris and then they get a phone call and email saying, oh, all you and your people are fired.
Oh,
don't come back for season 2.
Ouch.
Yeah, it happens when
and this is the writer that wrote the episode where they Boy Meets Girl, where they tease the two main characters having feelings for each other. So,
yeah, very
sad.
Usually when that happens, that doesn't happen because the show does it. It's usually the
creative
networks.
Differences?
No, the network does it. The network
that
does
and
it.
She also said creative differences.
Yeah, it's creative differences.
April,
but it's usually like the network does it because they're looking to find a connection with how the ratings is with the viewership and what's happening, and also you can also get that one creator came in and they bring in another one and it's a mashing. It's just. Fucking business is ridiculous sometimes. You hire me to fucking make your show better, or you hire me to because then you fire because I made
because I actually gave the opinion you asked for.
Yeah, and I don't agree with a certain thing that's actually working. It's ridiculous. Anything else?
Really, that's really all I was listening to, other than the usual wrestling stuff.
I found a new podcast. It's not a new podcast. It's it kind of is for me. It's Jon Stewart's the Problem. I've been listening to. I listen to my fucking political shit as well. Keith Olbermann's fucking The Countdown. I love that fucking show.
It's a good show. Yeah.
Love that shit. That's my great thing.
Smart.
But wrestling wise, he's so smart. He's so obnoxiously smart that I fucking love it. And funny. Wrestling wise, Click This with Kevin Nash and Sean Oliver. What's that beating? What's that?
Your dog.
No. It's on the table.
I don't hear it.
Not my phone.
Yeah, the clicker. Everybody, that's AJ and his fucking nails on a wood floor. This week, besides the
obviously we
talked about his mention on TMZ and shit like that. But he was discussing his thoughts about the sale to whoever, because everybody was jumping out the window for WWE going to the Saudis. And he actually thought that the sale to Netflix would make sense. And I disagreed with that.
I disagree.
I don't see that. I
think Comcast is the best suit.
I would think so because it's already there. It's already Comcast is NBC.
But you know what? They've been very hands off of it. So I'll agree with it being fine there.
The thing with Netflix, what he said was because he was showing the numbers in which the debuts of shows and how they fluctuated. The Wednesday show, which everybody wanted to bash,
exploded.
what he said, it got 2 billion views from its debut to this day.
Mm-hmm. And they're already announced season 2.
Right. It's ridiculous. He said I don't know if it eclipsed or it was second to Stranger Things season 4 or something.
I think it did.
Wow,
I
that's
think it did.
amazing.
Yeah.
That was huge.
Yeah.
That was like
A big mainstay for Netflix.
But why would you think? Is it because of that footage of the her dancing went over?
That, and I think just the intrigue. Like everybody had nostalgia for Addams Family. And I think
I don't know because
that and just the intrigue of what they can do with it.
You watched Wednesday, right?
I did.
Did you like it?
No.
Just as a fan of the original, or just watching it as his own?
As objective as his own. There were things about it that I enjoyed.
Right. Is it a teen show?
That's what
it's very teen.
That's what I did not like.
Oh, okay. But I think that's what it is. It's supposed to be.
It's supposed to be.
Yeah,
They,
I think
they turned the Addams Family into a teen show.
So how is it that
fine?
They made it more serious
I didn't like
than
it,
goofy.
but it's fine.
How is it as my boy Luis Guzman as Gomez?
That's weird. That's a weird choice.
I thought
it's an excellent choice.
I thought it's great. I loved it.
And mind you, I'm going off remembering the movies.
Right. He looks like the comics before.
Yeah, exactly. That's what he looks. He looks like the comic version.
And
exactly.
he did a fine job. He didn't step out of he didn't do anything great or terrible.
Right.
It was just exactly what he was supposed to be, as he always does.
Right.
He's always great. He's always good at his job, and
he's everybody's uncle.
Yeah,
no, he's everybody's dad.
More than one dad.
With us, he's everybody's Puerto Rican uncle.
Well, my generation is everybody's dad.
So he was fine. Same with every other character. The only character that I had problems with was Wednesday herself.
Right.
The main one.
As a matter of fact, it's funny because there is the meme that with him, whereas that women want this kind of guy, and it's this gorgeous Spanish-looking guy.
And there he is, just
and their father looks like this, and their father looks like this.
My problem with Wednesday was Wednesday herself. I didn't see Wednesday. I saw Tim Burton.
Yes,
interesting.
I can see that.
Yeah, interesting.
The whole thing screams Tim Burton.
Listen, I didn't watch the series, but all I did watch was
I didn't watch one episode yet. I just saw
every amalgamation or mash of her dance with everything else, and I was like, I like that.
I didn't watch 1 minute of the series yet. I just kept seeing everything about the dance. The dance was the first thing I saw. It was just everywhere.
All right, so you have dipped and dabbed in the goth thing.
Oh, I'm pretty goth. Yeah.
Pretty in your life.
I'm pretty existentially
disconnected
from the world.
It's almost as though like you moved away. It's like who were we talking about? Leah Remini when she left from
what you would
Scientology.
Call a methodological nihilist.
All right, whoever's gonna go look for a dictionary for that, all right, we're good. But like, I take the Leah Remini disconnected from Scientology to your goth age. The whole dance, is it reminiscent of something you would know of?
Yeah, from the actor's point of view, she said she pulled from a lot of 80s goth scene kind of thing, and
there's a lot of movement from you.
I also
moving the mic.
I also saw the bit where she copied the character from the 20s
original
from the
yeah.
And I appreciated that. That was very reminiscent. That was very nostalgic.
Yeah.
But it was flowing. It was beautiful. It was captivating.
Her commitment to not blinking.
That was Tim Burton, who demanded that she did not blink.
Yeah.
The actress herself, she's a beautiful girl.
No, she's Puerto Rican, right?
Jenna Ortega. Gee.
Don't make me drown you in a bathtub.
No, because she's half Puerto Rican.
With sage oils and a black bath bomb.
Every time she does this part with the hand thing, it always gets me. I'm like, oh, I love that shit. I love that.
Yeah, that was very 80s goth.
She's really exploded on the scene, really.
Which is my point. Well, no, not really. She has been exploding. Like, she was in that movie X, which
She's about to be in the new Scream movie.
Wasn't she already in this Scream movie?
No, she's
the
newest Scream.
She was in the one recent, and then she's gonna be in the next one. She's all right.
She's been doing a lot of horror stuff too.
she does a lot of horror. She's kind of dumb.
From a girl. Hey, she went from the Disney Channel to doing classic horror stuff, and now she's fucking Wednesday Addams.
Just watch an interview with her. You're like, oh, she is dumb, which is fine. But she's just yeah.
Nothing else to say.
Jim Cornette this week, he his tribute, oh my God, his thoughts and his history with Jay was so fucking emotional, man. It's rare, like you said, it's rare to hear Cornette like that. Like, you heard him choke up. Like, it was.
The last time he cried was, I think, for
I think, but it wasn't like this.
Cornette is a smart guy.
Very, very much so. There's a lot of shit.
Thoughtful.
And he's very to himself.
There's a lot of shit with Cornette. I go, come on, Cornette, stop it. Like, but
no,
I always.
This just shows how much love he had for these.
He's
people.
very
nine times out of 10 with shit with Cornette. There's shit that I would say on a show, and then when I listen to his show, I'd be like, oh shit, I said the same shit. Like, we would agree.
He's very measured in what he puts out, but when he actually like lets go. It's always true.
Nah, this one was you heard him, right? Mm-hmm. The Jay Briscoe shit was so, oh man,
you're like, what the fuck?
Was really
gotta be him.
He had me almost cry at work, man, and that shit it's beautiful. And then he and Brian discussed the whole Bill Simmons Nick Khan conversation, which is fucking hilarious because it's like, God, now you could tell why Nick Khan got the gig. Like, you see, because he's slick. He's very Vince-like with the way that he talks. The comparisons and the reason why he's there makes sense. But other than that, we'll go into Around the Square Circle and you want to go into a Dynamite, right?
Let's cover AEW first because like
I said, we're not gonna do match per match. I just want to go with storylines and whatever the case may be. What we got?
What really stood out to you on this Wednesday show besides the Jay Briscoe stuff?
Okay,
we had a few title matches. We had Young Bucks put over Top Flight.
Not gonna lie, the opening match, I wanted to shit on it, but I actually thought
Orange Cassidy and Lethal.
Yeah, I wanted to shit on it, but I actually thought it was fun and funny.
Because they had Danhausen being Usher, Jeff Jarrett.
I thought
with the guitar.
Yeah, I thought that was more the underlining.
Pleading, don't you dare hit him! I'll lose my job.
There's no match storytelling with it, but the outside stuff made it fun. But I have to say that I want to know what's going to be the bigger build up for Cassidy. I want to know what that's what it's going to be because that belt is dead in the water for me. I don't see anything with that.
Even with all of these defenses.
Yeah, I don't see anything that stands out for me. I think it's one of those.
Would it be better if Takeshita had it and he's been putting on the match?
Yes, that would be actually a better look for that belt
because Tony Khan has Takeshita like he wants him earmarked as their top star,
right? Which we saw during the match with
last week with Danielson.
So
and he basically cut a promo saying MJF is just a giant asshole.
I took it comically with Jarrett because is this what we hired you for, to be the comedy relief?
I mean, well, he's the director of live events,
right?
He's supposed to negotiate deals for London, overseas stuff, and he's on TV dressed all in black, still hitting people in the head with guitars.
The only hiccup in this match is you have such a talented fucking wrestler in Jay Lethal, and this is what you're doing with him.
He's in his 30s still.
It doesn't matter. You have fucking.
I know, but I'm just saying. This just shows how good this and. How good this fucking has been.
I mean, honestly, this is what we're fucking doing with him.
WWE never wanted him.
Next up,
what do you think of Top Flight winning over the Young Bucks?
I thought it was a good look for them. I thought that
Potential
Young Bucks actually showed that they're going to put somebody over.
Well, it just shows who they like. Really?
No, yeah, I can see that.
And
did they do that to Private Party?
Yeah, Private Party beat them.
Yeah. I think that's
Look
what
where
it
they
is.
are now.
Yeah, exactly.
As far as this goes, because I don't know if you remember on Rampage, they did like a $300,000 like money battle royal thing.
Yeah,
that AR Fox won.
Yeah.
So that's potential with Kenny in the Bucks against AR Fox and Top Flight for the belts.
Right.
But my hope is that House of Black gets eventual match with the Elite because that sounds good on paper.
Yes. If they don't get stuck in fucking Rampage world, that's what it'll be.
We had progression for they're going to therapy next week. The Acclaimed and the Guns.
All right, fast forward. We're done. Shit. Who cares?
Hangman teases a potential Elite reunion.
Yeah, because he has to mend fences.
Yeah, like,
and he did.
I knocked your husband out. Now it's time to mend fences.
That's what I'm saying. You did the interview with Renee, and your husband was the one whose ass I beat.
Did you catch where like he's about to leave? He goes,
"You could have had any. You could have
like
had
off screen. Like,
you could have
off
had
mic.
anybody else do this fucking interview, and you had the wife of the guy you beat do it.
Well, that's who that. But I told you, once they sign this woman, she's on TV nonstop. Goodbye, Alex Marvez.
Whatever. Next.
And, well, I like the line that Renee said. John may fall on his head a lot, but he gets right the fuck back up. Type thing. Where you may knock him out, but he's not done. The Ricky Stark stuff with Jericho.
I actually thought that.
You thought he was going to lose to Hager?
No, but I actually thought he got hurt during that spot.
Yes, that was scary.
Yeah, during that corner spot, and he wrestled through it. Ricky Starks should be their premier guy in the next 2 years, but
do you see The Rock in them?
No, I see Rock. I see what's the other one?
Well,
LA
do you
Knight.
think, do you think like he's,
but it's not a bad thing. I don't see it as a
do you see
bad
him
thing.
earmarked for like to be their top guy going forward? Because there's some weeks where there's some promos that don't hit,
but I think it's because who he's
charismatic
working
as fuck.
with. It's like who he's working with. It's like if I would go have a tat for tat with Oski as opposed to having a tat for tat with Will. You know what I mean? Like you will probably get more from a Will than you will get an Oski. You know, and the sad thing was that Jericho is a premier guy to go back and forth with, but he's so out of touch these days that I don't think that him and Starks should be there. I think it's one of those things like I could put Starks over, and I don't think the audience cares about that. It's not about that. Starks could be over without somebody who puts him over.
What would be the end game though? Because it's all
MJF.
Well, no. I'm saying for this, if Revolution, if it's Jericho versus Starks one final time, what would be the thing? If you give a gimmick,
Jericho's going to put him over because he's going to look like the cool dude.
What will be the gimmick
for who?
Jericho versus Starks. Like if Starks win, the Jericho Appreciation Society breaks up. Like what would be the thing?
You know what? I can't even. I with the Jericho
strap match. Like what would be the ultimate thing to put? Because if Jericho's going to put Ricky over, it needs to be something.
Jericho leaves town kind of match, something like that. It'll be something of that magnitude. It'll be something like that. But I don't see anything that really.
You just hope this like ends quick.
It means anything because there's no reasoning for this. I think that Starks should have been in something different than this shit. I think this is Jericho.
It's better he's
saying,
doing this than being stuck on the Ring of Honor brand.
Yeah, but it's also that Jericho wants to
Ring
help.
Of Honor
Jericho
brand, he can do better.
All right. Let's do the breakdown. There's a difference between what Bryan Danielson is doing than what Jericho's doing. Mm-hmm. Jericho wants to put people over. Bryan Danielson is putting people over, right? Mm-hmm. Danielson is doing it because at the end of the day, heads or tails, if he doesn't win a title, he doesn't care because he just wants to be a marquee wrestler. Mm-hmm. Where Jericho is like, he believes that he's putting people over, but I think he's hurting people at the same time when he does it.
He's getting himself more over.
Right. I don't think it's the same. I don't see the similar. Just because he loses, he still wins. It doesn't make it seem as though like he's helping somebody. And with Starks didn't need it. You know what would have been a better fucking run? Would have been maybe who's one of the better heels right now besides MJF and in AEW? Think about it.
I would say Malachi. Like if Ricky was do something with him.
Oh, it's funny that you had to think about it, right?
Yeah,
because there's nobody. There's nobody.
It's thin.
It's nobody. There's nobody else there.
Yep. It stops at MJF and
if you wanted to
Jericho.
put Ricky Starks as a face, have Ricky Starks just defeat or have him in angles with everybody.
Mm-hmm.
It's a maybe the closest that you could probably equate it to, huh?
If you did Ricky and Pac,
maybe, or Joe, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
But who else? They don't really have a strong heel kind of feel. It's not there.
It's only two, and then everybody else is baby faces.
Yeah, Jericho and his
Danielson's a heel, but he's being a face.
Jericho should have been in the trios look. Jericho and his flock should have been in the
him, Hager, and Sammy as a trio,
right? Or the TNT title run, whatever the fuck.
Atlantic title for Jericho.
The only thing that
TNT would work.
The only thing that I find intriguing is the deception between Garcia and Sammy Guevara.
Is there really deception? I don't see
know.
it anymore.
It
feels like they just stopped Garcia's push.
It's goofy. But other than that, yeah, I think Starks is much better off in another way and let him be the people's champ, quote unquote, because it's better that way.
We mentioned Revolution, Brian Danielson before. His storyline continues as he faced Bandito on this show.
Good match, very good match. It's probably.
When was the last time we saw Bandito? Since the Jericho match.
Yeah, that was it.
It's insane.
Yeah, but
next week he's going against my boy Brian Cage.
Yeah, very good match. No, there's nothing bad to say here on this match. It was actually a really good match.
MJF alludes that the mask will slip once he gets more pissed off. So we probably got darker MJF soon.
I like the premise of what they did in the segment Nana, with Nana there and all that shit.
He's slapping Cage like, now you're motivated.
Yeah, that I like. It's
I don't
smart.
care if you win or lose. Break his arm.
Smart.
Because that builds up his finish. His
smart.
Assault to the Earth.
Smart.
All this. I was about to forget about this. We had the heel turn. Saraya and Tony Storm.
Stupidest thing I saw in the beginning of the year. This is dumb as fuck.
Now they're leading to the ex-WWE girls against the homegrown AEW girls.
Why would you turn Saraya
this quickly
when you had the fan base who was loving her? Makes no fucking sense.
Were they? Last week they cheered more for Hayter and Baker.
They cheer. So automatically the next week you just fucking turn her?
I don't know. This may be a Saraya idea.
Why would you let the person who's been out of business
talk to Tony?
All right. You're right. It's a stupid fucking move. It's dumb.
The only intrigue I have is with Ruby and Athena because like those girls are from WWE, and if they're doing the whole ex-WWE girls against the AEW,
that whole division is just
and then potentially
conflicted.
And
it's just.
If they bring Sasha Banks in, she can join this group.
The only thing I care about if Sasha comes in, if fucking Monet comes in, is if she goes against Jade Cargill. And I said I want her to come in with Bow Wow because the relationship.
I think they already ended that story.
No, don't be surprised if it comes back again because AEW's stupid. So
I was going to say they are stupid.
So I said either she comes in at 50. In which she has to defend her title at 50, or they give her the 50 wins and Mercedes comes in to defend to challenge her at 51. And what's coming up soon?
Revolution, and then
that's where it's at.
Also, Mercedes' match with Kyrie with the belt,
and that's going to be this month, is it, or next month?
Next month,
yeah. So it'll be right after.
It's stupid enough for New Japan. It's the same day as Elimination Chamber.
So I heard it's not, but what they said that Monet is not under contract anyway. So
no,
yeah, she could come in as a one shot. So
and then we end the show with Darby Allin against Kushida, which was a surprise
That's
match
just
announced over the weekend.
I hated it.
The one spot where Darby did the coffin drop and then he had to inch a little closer to Kushida to get the submission.
I fucking hated it. I hated this match. I was mad that they
did the one spot where the Young Boys went to Sting to say, like, throw in the towel for Darby. He's about to, like, don't let him get hurt. And Sting just wiped his face.
I hated.
I thought he was gonna wipe the face face paint off by accident.
I hated this whole match. I thought it was terrible. I thought that they
dropped the ball on this one
with Kushida, especially. Yeah,
I think they should
have saved that shit for fucking Rampage.
They should have switched it. They should have Danielson Bandito.
Exactly. Yeah, it should have been. But you know what they're looking at when they do it is because of time. Because now when it comes to the ratings, that they're looking at it, they're not making those millions anymore.
Nope, not even close, really.
Nope,
800,000.
They're not making the millions anymore. It's not. It's buried. That fucking It comes to say what I've been saying for the longest time about this shit. You really think that your fan base is going to stick around for a long time? I've been saying it for the longest. It's not.
I just want to bring up a Rampage stuff quick. We had Eddie Kingston and Ortiz split up.
We saw that happening. I think that's a dummy move anyway. Once again,
Ortiz is just having a shit luck at this whole entire run.
I think he's gonna leave. I think he's done. Once his contract is finished, he's just gonna leave, and he's either gonna be a family man or he's just gonna find out.
He'll go back to his roots.
Yeah. Hit the indies and make some money from it.
What do you think of this Jungle and Jungle Hook thing with the firm?
Listen,
because I'm looking at the lineup. It's Jungle Boy and Hook against Ethan Page and Matt Hardy.
Yeah,
because they're combining the firm. I guess it's the firm against Hook and Jungle Boy.
They're trying to get the younger female audience to like them. But is there one?
I don't know. Are they a team? Like I thought,
Hook?
I thought the point of them pushing them as singles is like I thought the point of splitting Jurassic Express was to push Jungle Boy as a singles.
It's still there, but what it is more line is like you see this good-looking kid with another good-looking kid working. I think it's a paperweight for Hook. I started to really grow to like Hook.
Yeah, and then they stopped it. They stopped using him.
I want to see him work a full fucking match, not a 5-minute fucking match. I want to see.
Or not even a tag. Let him do. Let's see what he do on his own.
I want to see him sell.
Mm-hmm.
I want to see him. It's been how long he's been in the company for? What, a year and a half, 2 years? 2 years, maybe
a year and a half now.
Right. So I think
I don't remember when his first match was.
So I think that he should be in that spectrum to like, all right, now you got to start working 10-minute fucking matches.
Mm-hmm.
Like you got to get in there, get in the matches with. I got upset with the whole. You fucking suplexed Big Bill? Nah, fam. I'm not with that shit.
And we were talking before.
It wasn't even a big build up. So what I did there?
Yeah.
It wasn't even a big build up for it. Like, come on, guy. No. And I can say I like Hook. I like him.
Yeah. And you mentioned before, like where it stops at the heels with MJF and Jericho. Technically, right now, like number 3 would be Christian Cage, but he's hurt until he comes back. It underneath also should be Andrade, Ethan Page, and there's another person. Yeah, Ethan Page and
I forgot
Andrade.
I forgot they did their other heel on Dynamite. Swerve.
Yes, Swerve too.
Swerve and Ricky Starks would make a lot of sense.
Mm-hmm.
You could have had a long story there.
Yeah, but now we're waiting for Keith Lee to come back to finish that story. I don't know. We're still waiting. Like that's why I mentioned with the Jack Perry thing. His Christian story is not over.
Right.
He's waiting for Christian Cage to come back.
Right.
And I think a guy like Big Bill, W. Morrissey, Big Cass, whatever you want to call him, would be better with Cage instead of Luchasaurus in the end.
And where the fuck is Luchasaurus at?
I don't know. He lost the Cage match at Full Gear, and we haven't seen him since.
Right. What else is on?
Rampage. Oh, we had Garcia and Action Andretti.
Yeah.
Oh, we also have Brian Cage and William Mack, which was really good.
Yeah, that was good. I can't take that away. That was actually a good match.
I like William Mack, but it's like this roster is too bloated.
He's
already.
not gonna. I don't think he fits there. I really don't.
We had Jay Cargill on the show. Nothing really stands out on Rampage as usual, but
Yeah.
I just want to go over the lineup for Dynamite, get your thoughts. This is announced for Dynamite. We have Billy Gunn's Family Therapy.
Okay.
Bryan Danielson versus Brian Cage.
That's gonna be
Chris Jericho and Sammy Guevara against Action Andretti and Ricky Starks.
Wait, what? What was it?
Chris Jericho and Sammy Guevara versus Ricky Starks and Action Andretti in a tag match.
Okay, but I heard that, what was it, if Garcia won a match?
He didn't win against Action, so he's not in the tag.
okay.
He was going to take Sammy's spot.
Right, okay.
We have Jungle Hook against Ethan Page and Matt Hardy. Mm-hmm. We have Britt Baker, Toni Storm, and Ruby Soho in a triple threat. I don't know if this has anything to do with the women's title, but it's just a triple threat. And then, announced today, Darby Allin versus Buddy Matthews for the TNT
that
title.
Should be good, though. I'm not gonna lie. That should be a good fucking match. The one thing I asked you, do you really think that the whole Ruby Soho bloody
the blood job was not necessary. It was too
compares to what happened with Becky Lynch?
No. Well, when Nia Jax punched her in the face for realsies?
Yeah, but AEW fan base, the fucking fanboys want to suck balls about that.
Ruby took an artery and cut it for real. Becky got punched in the face for real.
So what's your thoughts about the Anna Jay and Willow
sucks.
spot?
I mean, I don't know who to blame. It's just that the time, the positioning was off.
You know who I blame? The talent. You stupid. Why would you take that spot? It's a stupid spot. Why would you do it?
I mean,
you guys are so wanted to be over to be accepted with the men, but
and then you do this.
No, but not only that, you haven't shown in your. You haven't shown in your. All right.
They bought a spot. How dare you?
No, but check it, right? When you hear about the women being equated to
they want to be equal to the men
in WWE, right?
Mm-hmm.
What matches do you hear when that occurred? That's
main eventing a pay-per-view,
right? But what matches have even what WWE in a spectrum? You hear Charlotte versus
Becky. Charlotte
you
versus
hear Sasha versus
Bayley versus Bianca.
Becky versus
they're tried and true. The main 4/5,
right? Or Bianca versus right. You hear that, right?
In AEW, it's like death matches, last woman standing.
Exactly. And this is what women's match in AEW that you could equate to say, well, that looked like some dudes wrestled. That looked like some shit. No.
Never.
Exactly. You have to say something about that?
No. Only because I'm a big fan of like technique.
You're a UFC person, right?
Yeah.
All right. So you've seen men-women fights, right?
Yeah.
Do you ever have any arguments where you sit there, well, that woman didn't fight like a dude? It's like
that statement should not exist when it comes to UFC.
Ask the question again.
Do you ever look at a UFC fight and look at women and go, that doesn't look like a fight. Like it doesn't
It'd be better if a man did that.
Yeah, right. And I know it's weird for me to say this because it's like, well, real fighting and stage fighting is different. Right.
I understand the basis of your question.
Right.
Yeah. We think like subconsciously we cannot believe that a person of a certain height and weight can deliver a certain amount of damage.
Right.
So like if a man punches someone and breaks his fucking face,
right,
I can believe that. But if a woman does it, I'm like, that's going to take at least 2-3 punches to get the same result.
Right. But you ever look at a match where it's like
and I'm talking about like the toughest women in the world.
where two women wrestle and you go, Oh no, two women are in a UFC fight. He goes, "What? Why you Why are you doing this
all the time?
Why are you doing this?"
There's the answer Jay wanted.
Exactly. It's like, why are you putting this
That's for
together?
different reasons.
Right. It's because excelling in the rankings or whatever the case may be. But it's like, what the fuck is this?
Getting out of your own comfort zone.
Right.
It's much tougher for a female UFC fighter to go from like a striker to a grappler than it is for a male to go from a striker to a grappler. Or vice versa.
It was something special when Ronda was in UFC.
No, it wasn't.
Was it not?
It wasn't.
Was it really?
No, it wasn't.
I would love to have this conversation later.
Ronda was a judo specialist, and that was fine.
They fed her people for her to excel.
Yes and no. Yes and no.
What do you mean?
Ronda really did beat a lot of people who should have beaten her.
They fed her strikers. Did they give her strikers?
Yes.
Whom?
This is where we have to go back and look at all her opponents.
No, he don't know.
No, I can't really name them because they're kind of fucking gone. But her Achilles heel was not strikers. She had an easier time with strikers. Her Achilles heel were wrestlers. But then
the thing she's doing now.
Okay, so they fed her strikers, then wrestlers,
and then the wrestlers just sort of dropped the ball.
Bullied her.
No, they dropped the ball.
Oh,
they just, and then she met two fighters that just were like, we're not on your schedule.
I always thought that she fought strikers that she had.
They fed her strikers. Because strikers would come and give her their arm.
Yeah, but
then
she would grab it. She knew when to grab it. She would know to grab it. Yeah,
choke.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. But true strikers wouldn't have done that to her.
Yes, they would, because that's all they got.
Or that they thought that's how they would take her out.
Yeah, they would be like, I'm just gonna hit you hard enough.
I'm gonna punch her in the face and knock her the fuck out.
Throw their arm, she'd grab
it because she couldn't do anything to retaliate. All right. Going back to what were we going to talk about?
We just finished up with AEW. We're going to talk about WWE now.
Yeah, that's what we got.
Start with Raw. Anything really stand out to you on Raw this week? We had a bunch of random matches and then a 6-pack challenge to end the show.
Okay.
We opened the show with Judgment Day and the Usos confrontation. We had the Dominic stepping up to Solo Sikoa, and then Mommy stepping up.
I love that everybody's loving the Rhea thing. I thought that was...
Which part of it? The Mommy part or the part that she's stepping up to the men?
Yeah, well, she stepped up to Solo, and I thought that was the
and we had the tease of like she's saying like, "Come on, hit me," and he's just like screaming his head off. He's like, I want to hit you."
All right. The other thing is the
Dominic spent 2 days in prison. He acts like he's been there for years.
That's the greatest fucking storyline. I love that shit.
It's really good though.
I love it. I think
as long as it's good, as long as it's funny, as long as it's entertaining.
You look at the Uso straight face. He goes, "I was in prison, man," and the Uso's like, "You have no idea what it's like to be in the penitentiary."
Did you have to join a gang? Did you suck dick to be in prison?
What?
No.
What?
You have like Dominic and Finn Balor standing there all gangstered out. just a visual, the whole thing.
The big thing about that is that Finn is still selling the rib injury.
He was in the main event too. He sold up.
And he was selling.
I didn't think, because I tell you, I was like, if Balor and Priest are the Raw Tag Team Champions, that could help. But I think for now, Dominic and Priest at least is good, and Balor still as a singles on his own in the main event, it works fine.
Have you ever had a bruised rib?
Nah, no.
It is a bruise. An injured rib is not
any type of injury to the body just sucks.
Ribs, because you feel it every time you breathe, and you can't stop breathing.
The Alexa and the Bianca thing. It's just
this is the second week in a row they did a movie spot.
It's kind of just.
It's just
in the match they had 2 weeks ago. They did a whole sequence from Scary Movie 3, And then
I thought that was cool as
saw
shit.
that.
That was hilarious. I love that.
And then this week they do the thing where Alexa tosses her over the barricade, and Alexa's like relaxing, and then Bianca stands up behind her like a monster, and then just grabs her.
I think it's a rib to the fans. I love it. I think
most
it's
definitely.
fucking hilarious. I love it.
And then
I appreciate that they're getting creative.
Yeah, if you want to call it that, I love that.
they probably looked at each other like, "Do you know? Like, let's go. Let's practice this and see if it works." And then you have the thing where she's about to put Alexa to the table, and then we see a shadowy figure. Is it Uncle Howdy? Is it Uncle Brody? I don't know.
What's your thoughts about the
Looks like a fucking leprechaun.
What's your thoughts about the bloodline still involved with the Raw?
Being on Raw?
Since they're supposed to be on SmackDown.
Well, since the Usos are the tag champions, it makes sense.
Right.
But just that once like Solo shows, Solo is a SmackDown superstar.
You think so?
He's on Raw opening the show, beating up Mustafa Ali. Thank you for coming.
I think that's going to be once the draft happens.
Yeah, after Mania, that's when like Triple H decides if Triple H is still in charge, decides who's
once the draft
on the
happens,
rosters.
Yeah, he's going to Raw. They're going to put him over there.
I think like once the WrestleMania is over, the Bloodline's over, Usos are going to be separated from
yeah.
Them and Solo are going to be a thing of their own.
What you thought about the U.S. title look? I'm more. I'm very happy that
they're pushing
there's
the
a
title.
possible that, but I'm happy that the Hurt business is going to be something again. Maybe.
Yes, they did.
Maybe.
They did.
Maybe.
There's strong teasers for the Hurt business with Omos in the mix.
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah.
It's deserved.
We had Shelton and Cedric back as a team facing the Profits on the show, and then
So there was-
then you had Lashley beat Rollins, Miz, Ziggler, and Corbin in a 6-pack, and he's gonna face Theory next week on Raw.
Yeah. Anything else up there that you had
we had the Becky segment, which was
for the steel cage?
yeah, it was awkward because it was like Becky's implying like, oh, when we were on the main roster, you were crying like a little bitch in NXT. And it's like, no, you all left to go to the main roster. Bayley was fine.
Weird.
Yeah, we had like weird squashes. Bronson Reed killed Akira Tozawa with a top rope, the tsunami splash.
Yeah.
My God.
I think
I'm happy Reed and Miz are not paired together and just have Reed as a killer.
But I think that there's more coming for him. But I really don't think he should have. I don't think he should have been in the.
Miz was the first person eliminated in the 6-pack.
I don't
challenge,
think.
by the way,
I don't think Bronson should have been in the main roster. I think there's much more for him to be in NXT.
well, he was a name that was rumored for months by Triple H, and he took WWE over New Japan. So
yeah, I think that there's more that he can do at NXT that he would do in the main roster right now.
that's what my boy Dijak's doing now.
Yeah, so
And Dijak's the fucking Terminator.
But it wouldn't be mad if it was Dijak versus fucking Bronson Reed in a match for something.
That would be great.
Can you get it? Can you see it? They all chasing
Wesley.
I'm talking about motherfucking.
If we're saying NXT, if they were in NXT,
I'm saying for the main title.
oh, for what? Well, there's only one main title now.
And who's that? Who's holding it?
Roman Reigns.
I'm talking about an NXT.
Oh, Braun Breaker.
Yeah, exactly. Who's chasing it now?
Grayson Waller.
Exactly.
About to have a cage match at Vengeance Day.
Yeah, exactly. So
So that was Raw. Anything else stand out to you on Raw?
nah, not really.
We'll get into Raw 30 in a minute, but let's cover SmackDown. We had the Roman Reigns, Sami Zayn stuff.
Oh my God.
We had Roman call him to the room and then kick him out.
This is just great.
By the way, I want to mention 2 weeks ago when Sammy had a thing of popcorn and he goes to Roman, "You want?" And then they come back from commercial. Heyman and Roman both have a thing of popcorn, all watching the match.
The bloodline thing is great for the depiction of what storyline is. It's just awesome.
It works.
No one has
It's very oozy.
No one's doing it right now. No one.
Nope. This is the longest running storyline in wrestling.
I think it came from a Vince possible thought, and Triple H and the crew,
ran with it.
The crew just ran with the shit. It makes so much sense.
Because once Sammy started like making everybody laugh, it was like, yeah, I can't stop this now.
Right.
Let me see how long I can drag this out for.
The only thing that I can say is that the only hiccup that I don't like is the fact that they're giving he's getting the fan love. Where, as opposed, I would have thought that it would be more of a thing that they thought that he was the individual that was trying to break up the bloodline.
Oh, like he's a mole.
He's like a mole, like
trying
that.
To do it on purpose.
Right, that kind of thing. But still, either way,
but the fact that he's like gullible, he's thinking like these guys love me.
I thought it's great. I'm loving that shit. And once it becomes a thing to where.
When they kill him and then Sammy finally like hugs his best friend again and they go as a team. Speaking of teams, we had a tournament the whole night.
Oh yeah,
for the SmackDown Tag Team Title #1 contendership. I wasn't happy with this. We had Drew and Sheamus beat the Viking Raiders in the first round.
Yeah, like how?
This should have been a finals.
Because
then once we get into the other matches where we had shit row, Los Lotharios.
Exactly. You saw the horribleness. You could have, but you know what it is?
You just smell the shit.
You know what it is that they didn't want to make it predictable. So I guess this is why they did it that way.
I can't wait to see Drew and Sheamus work with fucking Top Dollar. My God.
Yeah, wait till the swerve happens when Top Dollar and them win. Exactly. Wait, you didn't think about that, right?
No.
It could happen.
My only thought was that the team that isn't a team is winning the stupid tag tournament. That was my only thought.
Yeah, exactly. No, can you imagine?
We had like Legado del Fantasma, defeat Maximum Male Models.
And they had them almost at the main event. It was
like 5 minutes.
But it was like
we had like 10 minutes left in the show.
20-minute mark. It was like, really? Who did not see this happening?
We had Imperium beat the Brutes. And then I like that we have the other semifinal. It's Imperium against Legado.
Yeah, I like that.
Sounds really good.
That's a good one.
We had Cross talking more shit about Rey Mysterio. He officially entered for the Rumble, thank God.
Yes.
I want to talk about.
But they have a match. He has a match with
Rey next week
on SmackDown.
On the Go Home SmackDown.
Yeah. That should be a fucking squash. I want to hear shit. That should be a squash match.
I would like to see a competitive. This is going to be
I would want it to be a squash so that it happens later on. It's a better match. You could have it at Elimination Chamber where it's a better match. But I would want to see this to be a squash match.
But I think for Cross, he needs this to be a good performance, a good match for him, because the ones with Drew were really okay. But Rey's going to be the opponent that puts this guy over and show people this is why Triple H believes in this guy and why Cross is a potential future world champion.
I still think it doesn't hinder him if he squashes him. I still don't see why it's a big problem.
We had Charlotte nonsense with her and Sonya. We could skip that.
Is this really fun? Like
none of it's fun.
This is filler. Okay.
We had Raquel and Shayna announced for the Rumble, but Raquel might be a winner. Might be.
That's a big bitch.
We always joke about like if Vince was in charge, there was any day now he was going to tell that woman get tits.
Exactly.
Stop showing your back and get tits.
I'm still waiting. I think it can happen.
Big bitch. I love it.
She's a big bitch, but she's good looking too.
Mm-hmm.
All she needs is tits. I think that they're going to tell her to get tits. I think they are.
So we had segments with Sammy and Roman. So the first one was where he kicked them out of the room
because
he said like stop putting your problems on me. I don't want to deal with it. And then the wise man Paul Heyman convinced him it's
smart.
I always love this phrase. It's better for him to piss out of the castle than to piss in the castle.
But this is smart storytelling. This is just Paulie doing Paulie. He's smart.
And then before the contract signing, Roman tells Sammy, get the jet ready, get the cars ready, because once we get this contract signed, we're leaving. So then we get to the contract signing. Roman makes his way to the ring. He's at the head of the table. Kevin comes out from the crowd, beats up Solo, and stunners Roman, powerbombs him to the table. And we have Owens running out looking strong going into Royal Rumble.
Yeah, and that was a great look for...
And the visual of Sammy holding the contract with like Roman staring up at him and just like Usos, like they're like, you didn't do anything, Sammy, to help us.
Oh my God!
You know, it's like you told them to go in the parking lot.
We're gonna go.
But people's theories is that Sammy called Kevin to tell him like, oh, I'm gonna get everybody out of the building so you have a chance to get at Roman type thing. I don't think they're gonna go that far, but I think it's clever that they might do that.
Of course. And I'm loving, and like I said, this is why I like the Triple H regime, because
don't ruin events.
The Easter eggs, the little subtleties that's there, it makes you have to watch the show to see it. I love that.
So we're talking about Spencer. I forgot we've talked about this off mic, but Firefly Funhouse came back.
So what was your thoughts about that?
I was taken aback by this. I was only in the sense of I thought we're getting a new Bray, like we're gonna get a different version of it, but we might get the Fiend again, or it's more of like if this comes back next week, then there might be a problem because it's like I don't know if he's doing. I just look at this as mind games. Telling like you don't know which version of me you're gonna get at the Rumble,
right?
You might get either World's Bray, Fiend Bray. It's gonna be a version of me you're not gonna like.
He's a gimmick, and they're looking at the Fiend merchandise sold ridiculously.
It was fun.
So, what is going to be the next level
what the fuck's
of
a
it?
Pitch Black match,
right? So I said for the longest,
they're promoting this as the Mountain Dew Pitch Black match.
What does that even mean?
Because Mountain Dew is coming out with the drink.
What are they gonna do?
This is verbatim of what Michael Cole says. We don't know what the rules are, but there's no disqualifications. You win by pinfall or submission. You know something.
I took it as either someone is going to they're going to wear hoods during the match.
Oh, like a blindfold match?
Yeah, like a blindfold match. Right. Or
it seems like they're gonna dim the lights.
The dim the lights match, like that kind of thing. So
because we've seen them in NXT do a version of their lights out match, but it's not when they say pitch black, like initially everybody thought it might be cinematic, but it's also like this is the Alamo Dome. People are paying a ticket to see this man live in person, not to see him on a Titantron.
Yeah, I don't think it's gonna be like that. I think
that would suck. This is a big match for LA Knight too.
Yeah,
this is a chance for him to get higher on the card.
Blindfold kind of makes sense.
Yeah, I think it's more like a blindfold or the lights dim kind of match. But
when I say dim, it's more of like
I thought it was just a theme, but they actually have stipulations for this shit.
I think the crowd lights are going to be off, so it's like this might be like a bluish light on the ring, we would just see them two. And then whatever happens if Uncle Howdy runs out.
I love Bray, but
it's like enough with the silliness.
Yeah, you're doing
be serious.
You're doing way too much.
If you want to do a match between the two, do a fucking match.
But I also could say is that this is their Undertaker.
Yeah,
they're trying to.
Yeah,
trying.
This is their Undertaker. Undertaker had put so much before that he can do something like this.
Mm-hmm.
Bray has not.
He doesn't give off an Undertaker vibe, though.
Yeah, no, but this is what they're going with.
They've had weeks of him talking for months. This dude returned in October.
Like comparing the Swamp Thing to Batman. Like Batman is fucking Batman, but Swamp Thing is like, who the fuck is this?
It's a creature. It's not a person.
What the fuck is Swamp Thing?
But he's smart though.
Okay.
So, Jay, we are going into the final week before the Royal Rumble.
Yes.
And Raw 30's lineup is, we could go through all the legends, but notable ones, they've added The Undertaker, Ric Flair, Kurt Angle, Hulk Hogan, Triple H and Shawn Michaels, DX. Oh my God, one more time.
A lot of fucking spots.
Pour one out for DX.
It's a lot of spots.
The Bella Twins.
Yes.
It sounds like back to the 90s.
Lita.
But it's their anniversary.
This is what they do.
No, fine, but still, it's like gonna bring out everybody.
All they're doing is catering.
The only legend to pull out.
All they're doing is catering to the people that I know who've
haven't watched wrestling in years.
And they'll go, yo, Hulk Hogan was at the fucking show.
Holy shit, Kurt Angle.
Shit, DX, suck it.
Kurt Angle looks like he can't walk anymore.
And
how sad.
us as constant fans, we're like,
oh, there's Kurt again. There's Shawn.
Can we get a fucking match that we'll love? It's like that's all we care about.
Well, speaking of matches,
full of talent.
Speaking of matches, Jay, WWE United States titles on the line. Austin Theory defends against Bobby Lashley.
That's good.
We have Bayley and Becky Lynch in a steel cage.
That's fucking great. That's gonna main event. Possibly.
We have the Usos defending the Raw.
I would have put. You know, it's funny because I would
on.
actually put that steel cage match in the fucking beginning.
That might open the show.
I would love to open that shit.
Fair.
That might open the show, honestly. We have Usos defending the Raw tag team titles, not both sets of belts. They're splitting the belts up against Damian Priest and that thug Dominic Mysterio.
I'm hoping. I want.
I see a lot of shenanigans in this one.
I want Judgment Day to win this shit.
Mm-hmm.
And
then we have what was supposed to be an acknowledgement ceremony with every member of the Samoan lineage showing up and acknowledging Roman Reigns is now turned into the trial of Sami Zayn.
Ooh, that's
that does not sound good for Sami Zayn.
That sounds really fascist. Blood tests.
What?
That could be a problem.
Are you really one of us?
This might not be the best night to beat Sami Zayn because I think he's going to somehow cost the Usos the tag belts, and then they're going to make him go through a trial.
You know what? I would probably
not good.
What I would probably think is going to happen is I think it's going to be.
Uh-oh. If you smell
what the Rock is cooking.
I see more at the Rumble, but not on Raw. What I can see them do is do like,
when they're gonna sit there and want to beat Sammy's ass. That's what you hear. You'll hear
if you smell
what the Rock is cooking.
I can see them.
If this happens, I'm gonna be so happy that I called it out.
It makes sense.
Like, Sammy, you are no longer if you smell.
And they grab him by the and like, if you smell. Oh, that'd be awesome.
The crowd would lose their fucking mind.
They'll shit their pants.
This is in Philly, too.
In a good way.
This is going to happen in Philly.
They're like, my panties are full of shit. They're like, wait, you're wearing panties? Like, that's what you judging me for?
What? So we have that. And then I want to talk about a potential Rumble spot for Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Is there, though?
Wow.
It's rumored. It's in the Alamo Dome. Why not?
Uh-huh.
I thought Steve
3, 2, 1, and glass breaks. Outwalks Stone Cold in the Rumble.
That would be amazing for the fans, but does he want it?
If he teases a match for WrestleMania, this is here.
Yeah, I'm not coinciding with that. I don't see that happen. I think Stone Cold will probably have if it would be a match, it would be
LA Night.
Something like that.
So we can get promos of what? What?
Yeah.
What?
He has something else going on. I don't think he wants
I don't see that happening. But other than that,
and then we have like John Cena and Logan Paul being teased.
No, I've seen Cena versus.
He posted a picture of like Logan Paul and his brother Jake, and then the one with Austin Theory.
No, I see Cena and Austin Theory. That's the one I want. That's the one I want to see.
Logan Paul is a better wrestler than I thought he'd be.
Yeah,
way better.
Yeah, right.
Very good.
Yeah.
If he brings his brother in, that would be even better.
I'd rather have Jake stay in the boxing world.
It's fine.
Let him get knocked out first, and then come to WWE if you want.
Logan has the athletics to be a good wrestler.
Logan has sold that he
did a buckshot lariat.
He fucking works.
Tore his ACL and still did the move.
I saw that match, and I was like, he's fucking working.
Yeah.
You saw you saw phone footage, and did the frog smash through the table.
No, I did not.
He filmed himself. He's like, "I'm coming, Roman," and they did the frog splash to the announce table.
And the best thing about it is that he says, "Yo, just like Bad Bunny, just like a lot of those people that go,
He put the work in.
This is not as easy as you people
It is
believe.
working hard.
Yeah, and that's the biggest sell that you could put over for this fucking this genre. It's beautiful. But other than that, you don't have anything else?
That's what for Raw. And then SmackDown, they just announced Kevin Owens and Solo Sikoa. Kevin Owens. This is gonna be an interesting one because Solo's been undefeated, and I don't see him taking a pin.
Yeah, not yet.
Just before the Rumble.
Do you like Solo?
I like him. There's something interesting about him. The silent killer. I do like he's doing a lot of Umaga's old stuff, which is good.
I love that.
With the tag tournament stuff on SmackDown, but then the Rumble itself.
Yeah.
Well, let's talk about that quickly. I think Roman's going to retain. Bianca retains. What do you think about the Rumble matches?
I'm not.
They announced Cody. Cody also announced on Raw he is coming back at the Rumble. There's no more surprise factor.
I'm not gonna share my thoughts on that because I want to share for the predictions round.
Wait till
but
you see
I have to say that I think this is probably gonna be one of the biggest Royal Rumbles for the fans that they've ever seen in the past. 10
years,
25, 30 years. So
really,
yeah, I think that. Although Vince came in with his fucking Bogart bullshit, I think that Triple H has set something up that the fans are gonna fucking love it.
I think the men's winner is Set in Stone. It's The Rock or Cody, but the women's one is really the one you can flip a coin on.
Yeah. And
it could be Liv, it could be Rhea, it could be Raquel.
But I also think that the matches that they're booking is going to be surprising as well.
Hopefully they're better than last year's Rumbles.
So I think that. But other than that, we're done here, right?
Yeah, that's pretty much.
All right, guys. Thank you for being a part of Turnbuckle Tabloid. We ran a little bit longer, but that's cool because that's what we want to do here.
More content for you guys to listen to,
motherfuckers. What? What?
What you hear?
Guys, make sure you check us out on all social media outlets. Check us out on all the streaming outlets, and make sure you always check us out on the RageWorks network and RageWorks.net. And guys, before I let you go, as always, I say, just wear your seatbelt, man. That's all I have to say, man.
Amen.
Wear your seatbelt, and I'll leave it at that. And as well as chime in, come back, and as always, and love you, and we're done here. Laters, guys.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. All engine running. Liftoff.
Turnbuckle Tabloid.